Grapsody with Will, Phil, and Reg, trying to keep it real instead of what you usually get from these talking heads. It's Grapsody, we're here to fill the void. 3 black fans, different perspective, got to fill your voice. Coming with the podcast, talking majors, indies in between, yeah, it's all that. And we're down with Fightful, better fall back. Coming for respect, we connect like a ball bat. No need to double check, these are all facts. You're listening to us talk raps. You're listening to us talk raps. Will, Phil, and Reg. Yeah, we're Grapsody, here to talk raps. Yeah, we're Grapsody, here to talk raps.
What's up? What's up? What's up with you? I don't know why I just said that. It's stuck in my head, but you know what it is. I don't know why I just had that in my head, but you know what it is. This is Grapsody. I'm Phil Lindsey. I'm here with the curator of the BW 500.
Hey.
Controversial figure on the timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Righteous Reg. What's going on, man?
It's your favorite rapper, your favorite writer, your favorite podcaster, your favorite. How could you not put Sol Ruca at the top of this list? Podcaster is here, and I'm very excited. Phil Lindsey's been listening to his Eddie Murphy playlist for some odd reason. What happened when Eddie? Oh yeah, they say that somebody bet him that he couldn't make a hit single, and he was like, "I'm gonna do this." What a weird time in life. I watched a bunch of Eddie Murphy movies this week. Shout out to Eddie Murphy. Shout out to my homie Phil Lindsey. Shout out to everybody out there listening today. What's up with you, Phil?
Looking forward to the documentary. I just thought about that because you broke down all this Eddie Murphy
stuff. All right.
He's got the Netflix doc coming, I think, next week.
Yep. I think it's the 15th, maybe.
Looking forward to that. What a career Eddie Murphy has had, like SNL. Just not too many people can say they have like a comedy career, but also have a record with Michael Jackson, a record with come on, man. Like, why party? He got Party All the Time with Rick James.
Yeah.
He's got like a reggae record. Like, what a career.
It's so funny because I was thinking about it this week. The earliest, like, comedy is my favorite genre of movie, TV show, anything. The earliest memory I have of comedy is the best of Eddie Murphy on Saturday Night Live. And like, I remember being like the littlest guy and just like thinking like the when he's James Brown and being like, this is the funniest guy of all time. There isn't a funnier guy than him. And like over the years, there hasn't been a funnier guy than him. Phil, like it stayed true my entire life.
The greatest of all time, in my opinion. There is no comedian that has made the jump to movies and has managed to do all the things that this guy has done and has been as successful as he is with it. Like the greatest of all time, in my opinion.
Best that ever did it. Oh, Eddie Murphy. I don't know why we're starting with Eddie Murphy talk, but I'm glad we're starting with Eddie Murphy talk.
I don't know.
I'm excited about that doc next week.
I don't know what's in my head, and I just started a video and him like for some reason him and Michael Jackson like in the sky with like all the music notes around.
They're like voguing out there. They're like doing
I don't know.
Weird moves.
I don't know what that video is supposed to mean, but you know it is what it is. It was a time period. Speaking of Mike Jack, they dropped a trailer for the Michael Jackson biopic. And I'm always leery of biopics because, we've got some great ones. Like at the high end, we've got something like Ray. And then on the lower end, we've got like other things that were like made for TV that weren't as great. And
the Flex Michael Jackson movie, that wasn't. The All Eyes on Me.
I still haven't seen all Eyes on Me all the way.
You never watched it?
Like, I just don't want to, man. We've seen so many bad depiction of Pac in movie. I just don't.
You don't want to watch a Lifetime version of the Pac story? Like, you're not interested? Awful. But shout out to like you said, Ray, straight out of Compton. Good stuff. I just watched the Michael Jackson impersonator react to it, and he was disappointed that it wasn't him. But like, it was never gonna be you, Michael Jackson impersonator guy. I don't know what you thought.
Wow. The trailer looks good.
Yeah.
Trailer looks much better than I expected it to. It looks expensive. That was my first. I was like, there's some money definitely went into this. Michael Jackson's estate is behind it, so that could be two very good things. That could mean that we're going to get a lot of stuff that we hadn't gotten before, some information we didn't know, or it also means they could handle some of the stuff with Mike with kitty gloves and
Yep.
I don't know. But it looks really good. I'm tentatively excited for it. Yeah, it got pushed back. It was supposed to come out this year. Got pushed back to next year. We thought we were going to be. Yeah, we thought we were going to see the Bruce Springsteen and Michael Jackson movie go head to head. No such luck, guys. Bruce Springsteen is riding alone out here. I haven't seen that movie either, but I'm not much of a Springsteen fan, so I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. Not really my bag. Or what's the other one that came out last year with Timothy Chalamet? Was it maybe Bob Dylan? One of those guys. I'm like, if I was more interested in their life stories, I'd probably get into it. So there's some that I've probably missed out on. But yeah, this Michael Jackson one, like the trailer didn't have me being like, oh, this looks awful. I saw a bunch of people being like, he doesn't look exactly. I'm like, wouldn't it be kind of weird? Wouldn't it be weird if he looked super exactly like him, though, was what I was going through the time. Like, there has to be something where we know someone's playing Michael Jackson. So it's too creepy if it's like, oh, is that actually him? Like, we need it to look like there's an actor acting as him. And for the most, if you're watching it, it looks like a Michael Jackson movie. So I don't know why people were so crazy about it.
Yeah. He looks very close. His nephew, Jermaine's son, is playing him. He looks pretty close. I mean, the voice is, almost identical. Like the laugh he does at the end of the trailer. I mean, it is like, it's perfect.
Who's ever playing the Quincy Jones character too? I'm like, yo, they got Quincy Jones voice down pretty hard too. Like some stuff went into this. Like Phil said, it looks hella expensive. Like they are recreating some of his most iconic moments that were very expensive, and they're making it look like we're going to be there for the movie. So pretty exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with building it around making the greatest album of all time. I don't care. It is the greatest album of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try and debate me. I don't want to hear.
There's no debate. No.
Greatest album of all time. So starting with like the making of it and like that medley of all the songs from it, and like I thought the trailer looked really, really good.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. Sometimes, like I said, biopics are very hit or miss. I don't know.
This one I think it's gonna hit the mark. I have some faith in this. From the trailer, I'm like, they could screw that. They could have put all the best parts in the trailer, and then we get to the movie and I'm like, what the hell? What is this?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the report that it's possibly going to be 2 movies.
That makes sense. I'm like, how do you get all of that into one movie?
Yeah, I don't know.
We spent our lives watching the Jackson American Dream, and that shit's like 6 hours.
Yeah, it's a week-long viewing experience, man.
You watch a little bit of it to start the day. You go outside, run some laps, play a football game, like get with your homies. Then you go back inside, and it's still on, like every single time.
Yeah,
shout out to that movie.
Yeah, it's that the Beatles thing that's coming out soon, where there's like 4 movies, and it's all supposed to. It's like 4 movies for each member of the group, and it's supposed to be. Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work.
That sounds intense.
It's a lot of movies, man.
4 Beatles movies of the most overrated. Oh shit! No, let's move on.
We're not gonna do that. I'm not one of those people. I acknowledge the Beatles for what they did for music. I ain't one of the people that think the Beatles are overrated. I ain't trying to.
Zero acknowledgement over here. I will never be playing a Beatles song in my life. So, not for me.
Who hates the Beatles, bro? Like it's such a cliche thing at this point to hate the Beatles as well. Like
0% for me. Don't care. No life. I just have no attachment to them at all. Like nobody in my house ever played them. Like I've never like listened to a full Beatles song. I think just not really the thing.
Nah, one of the greatest writing duos in the genre. Like if you don't really understand. Yeah, totally influential. Totally influential for what they did at that time and the impact they had on music, pop culture. Like, nah.
Not for them. Yeah, I just don't. That's not really an attachment to me. But I like to hear the stories of what they did. So maybe I should hone in because I like music. People say the Beatles are the Beatles, and I'm like, okay, cool, very cool.
We got the Grammy nominations as well. I saw some chatter. One Peter Rosenberg was like, "Wait a minute, guys! You guys were telling me that hip hop is in a bad place, but
Yeah.
3 hip hop albums got nominated for album of the year. That's historic. That's never happened before."
I
And
thought I was reading wrong, Phil. When I was like, this album of the year, like album of the year. When I saw those 3 albums, I was like, it doesn't happen. My brain couldn't even register what I was reading.
yeah, Kendrick's GNX, Tyler the Creator's Chromacopia, and of course Eclipse, Let God Sort Him Out are all nominated for album of the year, along with Bad Bunny, Justin Bieber, Lady Gaga, Leon Thomas, and of course Sabrina Carpenter, because nobody's surprised.
No, you gotta have Sabrina in there. It's a very tough lineup going on here. First, want to shout out Tyler, Phil. I think like the work that he's done to get to this specific moment right here is so impactful. He's done so much to come up here, and a great album on top of it. Someone that's like really honed in and was like, I'm going to become this great artist. I'm going to craft my own little lane, and I'm going to do this to get here. Like, I wish there was a chance that he was going to win this, but there isn't.
No, I think Chromacopia is a really, really good album too. I think we've kind of moved on from it kind of quick, especially because he dropped another album right afterwards.
Right.
But I think Chromacopia is an excellent album. It's definitely not going to win album. No. I just don't see it. I don't see any of those rap albums winning, honestly.
Yeah, it's tough one.
I would be really, really surprised if one of them did. But man, that's great. I think Kendrick leads all nominees with 9 nominations. Of course, like a lot of his records from GNX, like Luther is like, I don't see Luther winning all the awards that Not Like Us won this year, but I do think that Kendrick is going to clean up pretty well. The race for best rap album is really a 2-man race. I think it's really between him and Eclipse. To me, I think the Clips are going to win just based off of a lot of what we've seen this year. Yeah, I think it should be the Clips, honestly.
I think the Clips might clean up in all the rap categories that they are featured in, because the talk of the entire year has been the Clips. Like, another great album have come out. I've listened to 20 great albums since this came out, and everybody's like, it's still not as good as the Clips when a dope one comes out. Like, universally across everybody that I interact with that listens to hip hop and knows hip hop, the Clips usually comes up in that conversation. So I'm leaning towards that. But I mean, Kendrick has won a lot of Grammys so far, and when he's featured in a category, it's pretty hard to beat him. His lyrics and music and stuff is still ringing pretty true across the thing. But I think what the Clips did was some monumental moment that's going to be acknowledged, you know?
Yeah. The category for best rap album, Clips, of course, Glorilla for Glorious, Jid, God Does Like Ugly, Kendrick Lamar, GNX, and Tyler for Chromacopia. I was really surprised Chance didn't get a nomination. I thought he deserved one. I was also really surprised we didn't see Freddie get nominated as well.
2 snubs, I feel. Yep, definitely agree. I think that those are the most glaring ones. Alfredo, I saw a bunch of people being like, hey, what the hell? What happened to Alfredo too? Like, we were pretty sure that was going to be one of the albums on there, because it is one of the best albums of the year, and Freddie went absolutely crazy. The Chance album, Phil, after going to his show and experiencing that shit live and still listening to it, I'm insanely surprised that it didn't make the cut, because it's a really great album.
Yeah, and I mean, regardless, it's still a 2-man race, regardless.
Yeah. Like, it would have been good to see them in there, but like, it still was going to be the same thing.
It's still going to be the Clips or Kendrick for best rap album, but I do think Chance deserved the nomination for everything that people were throwing on the guy and acting like he was washed, and he came back and with a great album. And the Freddie album, I thought, deserved it as well. I'm not going to get on my soapbox of why Saba deserved it as well. Yeah, but Saba is such a niche guy. I didn't expect to see him here, but Chance, I thought he would make this list.
Saba is still my favorite rap album of the year. Still, like, I love all the other albums, but that's the one I've listened to the most consistent. And that would have been great to see him here, but you know what the game is. Still a very tight category. Phil, like, it's exciting to see Glorilla in there. It's exciting to see Tyler in another one that he could actually win. Like, I think if any category that Tyler's featured in, this might be the one that he has the most chance to win. I don't think he will win it, but I think this is the one that he has the most race in.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Clips are gonna win Best Rap Album though. I think they've got a chance of winning at least 2 of those. They're in. Best Rap Song is kind of tough, like because they're in the mix with Kendrick again and Tyler. I don't know.
Is Rap Song the one that Kendrick has too? Because he has his, and then he's featured in one of the Clips ones. Chains and Whips, I think, is up for a Grammy too.
Here, let's see. Best Rap Song, it's Birds Don't Sing is up for.
Birds Don't Sing.
And then Kendrick is TV Off. TV Off's gonna be hard to beat. I think TV Off's gonna win that one.
Cause fucking Mustard, man, Mustard was everywhere this year. Feel like that shit was like ringing out still, and I still hear that one pretty often. California bias for sure, but that's gonna be a tough one. I think Kendrick might get that one.
That's a tough category too. He's going up against Doechii, Anxiety.
Oh shit.
Tyler, Sticky, and then Glorilla, TGIF. That's a stacked category on that one.
Doechii, Phil, that song. Oh my god! Like
Doechii might get that one actually.
Yeah, honestly, I started to hate that song. How much I would hear that song.
Yeah.
That one, she might win that one. Holy shit!
Yeah, it's best rap performance that you're thinking of that Kendrick's up for too, because Chains and Whips is up for best rap performance. Then Cardi for Outside, Doechii for Anxiety. Kendrick TV Off, and then Tyler for Darling I. I think Doechii's going to get one of these.
Yeah, definitely. With how crazy that song went beyond hip hop, like turn on your TV and it's on a commercial, open TikTok and they're doing it. Like that song went absolutely crazy. But if we're talking about rap performances though, what Kendrick did on Chains and Whips with the next to the Clips though, that's a crazy song.
Yeah, I agree. The Linkin Park album that we both like is up for best rock album as well.
Okay, let's go. The category that the alternate category that he's featured in, when I saw those names, I was like, man, alternative music has really changed. It's exciting.
Wait, he's up for best alternative music?
Yeah, for Don't Touch the Glass.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah.
I know that he's one of the people that has done Grammy speeches and has talked about how rap music is pigeonholed, and he's absolutely right.
He is.
Because Igor is not a rap album to me. As much as I love it, like it should have been in different categories, but they put it in that category to give him awards when he should have been up against other awards. Shanika Mega Ran is up. He's nominated for best children's music album.
What?
Shout out to the homie Mega Ran. That's so dope.
Damn, that's amazing. Shout out to the homie Ran. Doug works so hard at everything and putting together this stuff. I saw a few music videos of the children's album and I was like, this is the way right here. That's so exciting, man. I'm super excited for the homie. Hopefully he wins. That's crazy.
That is I'm sure people are like, Grammys talk. But I just was interested because I was like, we don't see a lot of rappers get nominated for best for album of the year, and for 3 that's historic, man.
Yeah, because I tweeted out like last year I feel like this year earlier we were like, fuck the Grammys are dumb, and it's like, does it change because we like all the artists? And like, yeah, it does, I guess.
Well, I mean, we've come a long way. I think when DJ Head was talking about it, and I just love DJ Head's energy. I love how he's just like, this is what it is. He says everything very matter of factly. And if you don't agree with it, hey, it's up for debate. But I'm not about to take it up here with you. I'm not about to, jump out my seat and go crazy over nothing. But he essentially was like, I was one of the people that was upset about Macklemore beating Kendrick for best rap album, and instead of just complaining, I went and did the research. I went and got involved in like the Grammys, like the decision making with the Grammys, and like I did my homework to figure out how can we change that. And so I think that's part of this too. We are seeing more Black people in the rooms at the Academy.
Definitely.
And you can tell with some of these nominations, you can tell with a lot of the conversations around them. And so this isn't like years ago when like Will and Jeff were like we're not showing up because of the way they treat Black music. They still could treat rap music better, but you know,
definitely. Like back then, they weren't nominating hip hop albums for album of the year. Like this is pretty monumental. You know what I mean? Like to escape our genre and get out to the world and on the biggest, highest stage. It's well deserved for these albums too. So that's super exciting. So the Grammys, man, we're tuning in. I think a couple of people that we really like are going to win a lot of them this year. So that's great.
Yeah. I was at one point, I felt like I was in a twilight zone because we're in the midst of this Cam talk and Cam suing Cole, and that's turned into some weird debate about Cole. And people are like, because the guy on this podcast was like, Cole is on his way to be a rap legend. And there were people after that like, well, what makes him a legend? I was like, all right. Okay. All right. Then that turned into people like, well, Cam's better than Cole. And anybody that thinks that Cam is not better than Cole, y'all don't know music. And I'm like, oh. Cole is absolutely better than Cam. I was like, what are we doing?
I didn't even, when there was a debate, Phil, I was like, this is a debate. Like, I like Cam a lot. Like, he's one of the best we've ever had. But like, Cole is like Cole. Like, my debate would be if he's already a legend, not if he's on his way to being a legend. Like, we need to talk timestamps because he's already, the resume is crazy already. And like, you were mentioning a lot yesterday, the feature run that he's been on, you could just use like the last 2 years and be like, all right, he's blowing everything that Cam did out of it. I don't even know why they're doing this to Cam.
I don't like it, man. And people like, I you know me, I'm not a numbers guy to measure success because to me, you know, there's how you enjoy somebody as a fan, how you enjoy things as a fan, and then there's how do you measure somebody's success out of that. And to me, like subjectively, I think Cole's music is better. That's just for my personal taste. Totally. But if we're arguing success, objectively, he has had a better career than Cam. Like, I don't think that's even up for debate. Like, I don't.
I say, you know what I mean? I think that there was a huge movement. We can never forget the Dipset and what happened, what Cam has done on his way up here. But like, Cole is mentioned in different spaces than Cam is. And like, it has been for a while too. You know what I mean?
No, Cam, bro, before all of this stuff of the last few years of Kendrick making a point of, no, I'm the guy, and people mentioning 3 guys as the top of this industry, it was Cole, Kendrick, and Drake. Yeah, that's changed now. But fam, Cam was never mentioned as top 3. Ever.
Never. There hasn't been one moment where Cam was a top 3 rapper in the world, in the space. Like, again, incredible rapper. He's like inspired. Like, there's a generation of people that be rapping like Cam. But like, if we're talking head up to head up, I think J. Cole takes this in many categories.
The old head Tim's wearing community was very much like all over the timeline trying to tell me that, you know, Cam is better than him. And I was
listen
like,
to this DJ Clue.
Guys, like the army fatigues, the out. I was like, yo, guys, hold on.
You wasn't there in '98, dog. We was in the streets.
Yeah. Oh. Send us your super chats. That is the best way to get your chats read on this podcast. You can also send us a Humper Chat, humperchats.com/Fightful.
We always appreciate you guys hanging on for our little music talks to start the pod. Any support you guys give us is always great, whether it's super chats, whether it's Humper Chats, or just communicating on the show, sitting in a chat. Appreciate you guys. Let's get into a couple of them. The other Mikey V says, Sobrano Jr. back. CMLL missed his aura dearly. Yeah, that entrance that I saw of him walking down to the ring, I was like, oh, this guy, he knows what time it is. He knows that many people are saying CMLL is the hottest wrestling promotion in the world right now, and he came back walking like it.
Yeah. I did not see the CMLL show, but I did see a lot of people talking about him.
The output of these shows, Phil, like every week they got like some hot 10,000 people are watching them on the weekly. Like it's something's going down over there. Very exciting. Appreciate that, Mike. Rick Young says, I'm on time. Grapsody and broccoli to start my Saturday. Is it broccoli or is it broccoli? I'm assuming it's broccoli. Great way to start your Saturday. Started my Saturday the same way. Rick Young, appreciate you.
Appreciate you, Rick. Funny because I don't think we were on time.
We were not on time. We're usually on time. Give us a break, you guys. Come on. It doesn't have to be every single week we're here on the dot. Appreciate you, Rick. The homie Grapple Geekery says, here with y'all on the first day of my vacation. Yes, shout out to a vacation. It turned into a staycation after Blood and Guts was announced down the road. Can't wait for Dynamite. Yeah, we're going to get into Blood and Guts talk, kind of having FOMO. There's a sick card announced. I'd definitely like to get out to one of these Blood and Guts someday.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, Grapple Geekery. Issa Davis says, I love K-Dot, but GNX was good, not great. Clip should win. The Grammy noms are a popularity contest, unfortunately. Yeah, that's kind of the part is like, you know which albums are going to get nominated. The biggest rappers in the world are the ones featured in there. And it's always been like that. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's kind of the way the game works out. And I think the K-Dot album is maybe the same. Yeah, I don't think it's like the greatest album, but I think it's a really, really good album. And I'm a Kendrick fan.
Yeah, I don't think it's his best album. Yeah, I don't think it's his best album. I'm not on the Rosenberg run. But Rosenberg, I think, said it's his worst album, which I was like, I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
But I really enjoy GNX. I personally think the Clips album is better. I think the Clips album should win.
Yeah, same here. They deserve. When you hear Malice on that album, you're just like, how do you give anybody else anything over this? This guy's rapping like the rents do, as they say.
I mean, but TV Off is TV Off. I think the TV Off is going to go down as one of Kendrick's best records.
Agreed. Like, it's the scale that it's existed on and the Super Bowl and all that. Like, TV Off is absolutely insane. And I played that a couple times this last week, and I'm like, this song is fucking crazy, you guys.
Yeah, it's still the song I revisit the most from now.
And shout out to homie Lefty for getting a Grammy nomination for saying 4 words. Guess that's how things shake out over here.
Hey man, I saw a lot of people celebrating. Your boy AZ Chike was like, nah, Grammy nominated. What's up?
Absolutely. Take them wins. And Phil, we were seeing all this when the battle was happening of who has Kendrick ever put on? What is it? I'm like, you guys.
Yeah.
All right. Now you see it. Appreciate that, Issa. Sam Muscle says, love y'all and the culture. Thank y'all. You know, let's just
appreciate you.
This is something we do. Sam, I appreciate you showing up all the time and coming along for the ride. Meet Norma says, sup, fellas? I appreciate y'all for leaving your mark on the industry like Jaylen Brown and on a Knicks jersey. Jeez, listen, Phil, it's Beijing season, man. Like, I don't know. I'm not mad at it.
Bro. Man, what a rough start to the year for Celtics fans. They are not doing well.
Oh, they not at all.
But yeah, Jaylen been taking all the smoke with all of this talk of his hair since he cut his braids. He had that one game where his hair was like super black. It looked like he had like the Venom symbiote on his head or something. I don't know what was going on.
I just keep seeing headlines that are like, he did it again. I'm like, did he have a good game? And they're like, no, he left it on somebody's jersey.
Nah, bro, leaving a black mark like a matchstick or something. Like he's that's crazy.
He had my guy KD talking about. I'm like, nah, when KD getting on you got to a crazy place,
bro. KD trash talking John Morant's dad on the bro. Did you see that? Hilarious, bro. Nah, he was like, nah, we all know your son don't want to be here. Enjoy your time, man. Enjoy the rest of your time in Memphis, man.
Enjoy your time is absolutely insane.
Bro, fucking hilarious, man.
They're saying there's talks of Ja Morant ending up in Sacramento, and I'm like, yeah. Is it going to be becoming the land of the misfits over here, Phil? I don't know.
Might be. I know one of those places, because, man, if you would have told me 2 or 3 years ago, Ja Morant would have been available and I wouldn't be interested, I'd have been like, nah, get out of here. I am not interested. I think where the Bulls are, they're in such a good place. They've got such a good young core of players that they're developing. I don't think you should add a big contract to that mix. That would be a big mistake. And I don't want that guy coming to this city doing that stick talk thing. Like, no, don't do that. Stay over there with that.
Do not bring that energy over here, man. But yeah, that is insane to think. Like, if he didn't, it's Ja Morant. This guy's like an exceptional player. Like he's one of the world-class basketball players, but like the problems aren't worth it at this point. Like, are you gonna show up to the damn game, or what's gonna be? We don't have time for that, especially with what Chicago's building and how they're moving. Like that wouldn't help.
No. Yeah. I kind of was hoping that the Memphis situation would work out, but it's not looking good, man. I don't know.
They ran up in his house or something recently, and he got suspended. And this isn't. I keep seeing vets being like, "You need to look yourself in the mirror. You need to." I'm like, at first I was like, "Shut up, you guys," but now I'm like, "No, you need to like really, like you got to realize what the situation is, dog. Like they will take this away from you. They keep trying, and you keep giving them reasons to." Yeah,
it's worrying because we've seen this story before where once you get labeled as a problem, then it gets harder and harder for you. And he's such a talented player. I just don't want that to be the label on him.
And now he's like, it's the team's fault. And I'm like,
the team has been trying to stay by you through all of this stuff. I don't think that's the route to go, dog.
They don't want me to play. I'm like, this is not what this is, John. It's not the way to go with this. But I mean, if you're on the way down, you want to start throwing shots at everybody. So hopefully he figures it out. Still a young guy, still a young person in the world. It's hard out here.
Meet Norman said, if Memphis wants to punish Ja Morant, send him to the Wizards. Hey, y'all have had enough people coming to that team with like issues around guns. I don't know.
Yeah, history has shown that's a bad idea. It's specifically on the Wizards.
Wizards need something though. Like Ja on the Wizards wouldn't be terrible, but like that would be a horrible situation for him because.
Phil said, "Don't bring that stick talk to Chicago."
Don't, man. That's dog. It's bro. This city is different, man. This city will humble you, dog. Like, don't.
It will. First day out, dog. First day out. They're pulling up to the game. They ain't been to the game in years, and they're like, "Let's pull up."
No, it's been basketball players that are from here that their stories of them getting robbed, like out on the South Side or something like that. No, you gotta. Yeah.
Got to change that whole energy, everything.
Yeah, it's not too many big cities you can go to talking like that though. Like LA, like Houston. Nah.
Humbled instantly. They'll pull up to your house. They'll pull up to the game. They'll pull up to a stoplight. Like, you want to live your life safe, Yeah. Appreciate that, Meet Normus. Lefty Brigante says went to the fourth rope show at Six Flags last week. Shit was smoked out. Good music, good graps, had a blast. Even met Westside Gun. Damn, Lefty. It was lit out there for the fourth rope show. I saw that they had to move it from one date because of weather, but it ended up going on a better date, better experience, better outside thing. What they're doing at fourth rope, Phil, we'll talk about it a bunch of times on the spot, is different. Like he's attacking it like Westside Gun would attack it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sounds like fun. Wrestling show at an amusement park sounds awesome. The shirts that they've been putting out for that show are fire with the black with like the red silhouettes on there.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, if nothing else, man, Gunn is gonna hit y'all with some merch.
That's a fact.
He gonna give y'all some merch,
and that shit sell out quick. Yesterday I was like, let me go look at this real quick. Now there is no real quick. It's gone already,
bro. I saw the line for the merch at the first fourth rope show I went to. Like, nah, they take the merch serious, bro.
It's different. Wrestling companies need to take note on, because look at a West Side Gun fourth rope crowd, and like all these people have the shirts, and the shirts are not $25.
And I'm seeing the fourth rope stuff more and more places. I see that the heels hat and crowds at AEW shows all the time. I see fourth rope shirts and wrestling crowds all the time. Yeah.
No exaggeration. I think every show I've been to for the past 10 months, no matter where it is, I've seen at least one Hilltap Eyes shirt or one West Side Gun shirt, like at the West Coast Pro shows, at all the Vegas shows we went to in Texas. Like every show that I've been to, I've seen fourth rope merch, and it's real.
Yeah.
Gun, come on the pod, dog. What's up?
Yeah, I hope he does Vegas again. Hopefully he doesn't do it as late as night this time. Getting older, man.
When it was like 4 a.m., Phil, and we're just like still outside, I'm like, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. But great experiences, man. You know, as 40-year-old men, though, niggas are tired.
Yeah. So hopefully it does Vegas again. I wouldn't be mad at going to a 4th rope show in Vegas again, but gotta figure that time slot out.
That's a fact. I do see that the collective announced where they're going to be in Vegas this year, and they are actually on the Strip. It's going to be better travel. It's going to be easier to navigate in Vegas if you are going to Vegas. Are you going to Vegas, Phil, or where you landed at in November currently?
I'm probably going to end up going, but I haven't made any decision yet. The big news is that they are partnering with WrestleCon. This is the first year they partner with WrestleCon. And it's going to be everything's going to be kind of in the same building, and I think that's great. I think that makes it a lot easier to get around for a lot of this stuff. And like you said, it's on the Strip. Last time it was at the Palms, most of the collective shows, right?
Yep. And the Palms is like down. You got to travel, you got to move, and all this. Yeah, Phil brought up a great point. They're teaming up with WrestleCon this year. As someone that's been to a lot of WrestleMania weekends, having to go to 2 different places, 3 different places gets frustrating when most people here didn't come with the car. We all flew here. Like, we want to have the easiest travel and easiest transitions we can. And this is going to make it the easiest. They should have done this years ago. You need all the other wrestling, or a bunch of the other wrestling, in a centralized place, so you don't have to be wasting so much time traveling around. This is great.
Yeah. You think that's like kind of like the launch for next year as well? You're probably going to see like WrestleCon and the collective to co-partner for a weekend or something next year as well.
Big time. I think this is the start of what it's going to be moving forward. But next, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I immediately thought when I saw the announcement. I'm like, okay, they're getting ahead of next year because there won't really be a WrestleMania weekend in America. So they got to figure out how they're going to do their weekend plans around WrestleMania in a different city. I'm still very interested to see how that's going to work because
I think it's going to be out there, Phil. Like, if I were to bet money, I think that they're going to have WrestleCon and the collective in Saudi.
I don't know, man. What I was reading about, like, the contracts and like how much more they would have to pay, and like they'd have to pay the wrestlers more. You got to pay for travel for your crew and all the rest of this stuff. Oh man, we'll see.
I guess we'll see how down the money is for everybody in that situation. You start to pull some boards back and expose the flooring. Like, oh yeah, under here there's some surprises going on.
They got the floor money like Training Day.
Yep. But yeah, interesting stuff. I'm excited about Vegas. I'm not excited about Vegas. I am excited that people are collaborating, though. Everybody's like, you guys are going back to Vegas? I'm like, yeah, we are.
Yeah, we'll see.
It's the game. Appreciate that, Lefty. The other Mikey V says, with the national title coming in, could y'all see it going to a wrestler with a partner promotion? In a partner promotion, I will put it on Mascara Dorada yesterday. Phil.
Yeah, we got a big announcement with that. Tony kind of like casually announced via Twitter that there will be a new AEW championship, the national title. It's going to be kind of like NWA's concept for the national title.
Controversy, brother.
Which it sparked 2 different conversations. It sparked the conversations we've seen a few times now. Is there too many belts? Which I don't know how I feel about getting rid of the international belt, which kind of had the same concept for international promotions, and then starting another belt that just does the same thing domestically. That's a choice.
I was coming to the show because I was like, maybe Phil will have an answer, and like, it seems like you're in the same boat that I am. Like, we merged this belt though. Like that was the thing. I don't understand why we're bringing this back.
Yeah, I'm not sure why you would get rid of that belt just to create another belt that just fills the same purpose domestically. I don't know. But there's options there. I think that when I immediately see it and you see the people that are around it, because they announced the casino battle. The casino is it a battle royal or is it a gauntlet match? Sorry, I should did my homework before I looked at it.
Yeah. I think
it's a gauntlet.
Yeah, I think it's a gauntlet too.
Let's double check that.
Yeah. But I think we're on the same wavelength of what you're where you're going with this, Ricochet.
Yeah, that's what I thought immediately. When Ricochet came out, I was like, oh, yeah, make Ricochet champion.
Yeah, it's exactly what I thought. I was like, oh, yeah, Ricochet. Like, if we're going to send a guy around, Ricochet definitely is one. Bandito also, I was like, I don't know what the Bandito deal is or where they're going with this, but if they want to send a Hooper around to a bunch of places, like, the guy.
Yeah, it is a gauntlet. It is a casino gauntlet that will take place at Full Gear. Yeah, I think Ricochet makes a lot of sense. Bobby Lashley is already in the mix. All guys have been like, yeah, get these guys on a singles push, so that makes sense. Also, Shelton wouldn't be a bad pick as well.
Any one of them of that they announced for the gauntlet, I was like, this sounds good. That can work. I'd like some more specifics. I guess, Phil, let's start with how do you feel? Is this too many belts? Was it time? Because mine was like, we're trying to establish the women's tag team championships, right? Why are we muddying this up with another championship being established at the same time?
I think because they're doing it so soon after they merge the international belts, it doesn't make sense to me. That part of it, I don't really understand. I don't really know if we need another men's belt as well. But we're getting it, so what do I know? I don't know. I don't think we really need it, but we'll see. We'll see what this does. I think this could be like a great avenue for somebody like Ricochet or Shelton or somebody else we named. Yeah, but then other conversation came because some of the NWA wrestlers were not happy about this. Apparently, Tony has some litigation with NWA going on, and
currently we're in it.
Yeah, and sorry, excuse me. Some of the NWA wrestlers saw this as Tony trying to steal some motion from over there.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, wait, what do you guys think is happening here? You think that he's stealing thunder from NWA? That's what you took away from this? I'm like, I guess, like any way that a wrestler can inflate their ego, I'm with you, but this isn't not what's happening at all. They started bringing up some very egregious things. We had one specific wrestler who would not stop talking. He was trying to tweet through it. He went into the thing that I hate the most. You say some pretty egregious tweets and you're like, I got to him. Oh, you guys are triggered. And it's like, all right, dude, I guess if that's the way that you want to get out of this, that works. But like, you look kind of corny, but what does it matter? I don't know. I'm kind of where you are, Phil. I don't feel like we really necessarily needed this belt. I think we could still establish the other belts that we have the same way. But I mean, legacies and things, if it stays true to the name, like if this is defended on some random indies and random Mexico shows and random whatever, I'm in. But like, if it's just going to be another belt that some guy holds that's on TV that never defends it, you could probably keep it.
Yeah. The wrestler and talk that you've talked about, Brian Idol, he thinks that the announcement for the national championship is retaliation after the lawsuit that I mentioned against Tony Khan. And the lawsuit is for over the term Shockwave. Hey, remember Shockwave, guys? At one point, Shockwave was going to be AEW's third show. We haven't heard much about Shockwave, and now we kind of know why, because there's a ongoing lawsuit between them and NWA over the name Shockwave. So Brian Idol is basically trying to make it seem like this is Tony being petty, him being upset with NWA, and so he's announcing a national championship. I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen AEW or another company do something similar to NWA or some of the older promotions, and that's what I thought this was. I didn't read it as anything other than that.
No.
And all the NWA people turned. There's only one national championship, and like the current champion, everything he said, I got it. You're putting over what the importance of this belt and what this means to NWA as a promotion. You should do that as the champion. But all the rest of this stuff of insinuating that Tony is doing this intentionally to bury the national championship or bury NWA. I don't really get all of that. I don't really see any of that in this.
No, I don't. I mean, we never know, Phil. Like, wrestling is very petty, and we see some things behind the scenes, and things happen that would lead you to think that this is over some beef. But like, also, wrestlers will make beef out of anything. Like, if this wasn't what it was, they still would find an angle. Yeah, I feel like I saw Willie Mack as the national champion, like not in NWA for a while, and like, there's a bunch of different titles I've seen over the years that are NWA associated, but it's not in an NWA promotion. So where I was just like, another championship. That's something. I was focusing more on what's this championship going to mean to the company than they're screwing over the NWA.
Yeah. I did not expect that to be what came out of this. I didn't even know about the lawsuit over Shockwave. When I saw that there was a lawsuit, I was like, oh. And then when I saw, it's like, oh, over Shockwave. Interesting.
Made a lot of sense, like you're saying, because I hadn't heard about Shockwave in months at this point. I thought it was a dead concept. I was like, oh, they must have gave up on that, or they're dropping it somewhere else. And then you discover, oh, it's for a reason that we haven't heard about it.
Yeah. And it sounds like maybe AEW didn't know that NWA was already using that name. Of course, that's on your branding team and your lawyers to do their due diligence, but I don't know. I think all of this like attempt to make it seem like, oh, well, Tony Khan and AEW has enough. Why do they need this too? And it's like, I don't think it's that deep. I don't know.
They're taking something else. Here they go again. And it's like, sure, but also like not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know. And this week, I was like, man, if anything, this has done a lot for that belt in NWA, because this is the most I've seen people talking about NWA in the current NWA National Championship, because I know they just launched their new show that started this week, I think, but that's about as much as I know. I don't know. I don't really know who's wrestling for NWA at this point. I don't know a whole bunch about NWA.
I think there's a couple homies over there. I think Rich Swan's over there now.
Is he?
Yeah. I've seen a couple of people, but I don't know where to watch it. Like, I think they're on Roku, but I don't have a Roku player. Like, I don't.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I don't know enough about the current situation with NWA. And it's crazy because at one point when NWA relaunched with Power, I thought Power was a great show. And
that's right.
It just wasn't.
I remember talking with you about that show and be like, hey, remember Ricky Starks came up in there, Eddie Kingston was on there. There was a lot of Thunder Rosa. There was a lot of stuff going on that show that was exciting.
They had a lot going for it initially. Like you said, Eddie Kingston over there, Thunder Rosa, Ricky Starks, The Question. Like, they had a lot going over there.
Things really changed. Pumpkin Man came in and was like, forget it.
Yeah.
Shout out to NWA. I'll be talking trash, but it's a wrestling company, and I want that shit to thrive forever. And I hope everybody comes out. They get caught in some crossfire because they move like NWA, but maybe it's just part of the branding at this bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're old school. Appreciate that, Mikey V. Rick Young says NXT running Aragon Ballroom for like 3 times the money as AEW. You pulling up, Phil?
Wait, that's the thing? I didn't hear about that.
Yeah, Aragon.
Wait, hold on now. Let's look this up. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, because you went to some of the AEW Aragon events. NXT, baby. Ego. Shout out to Ego and Chelsea on their title win.
Yeah, man, shout out to Chelsea. I think, man, what a hustler. Anything they ask this woman to do, she will show up and do it. You need me to go up there and take a pie to the face? Sure. You need me to drop this belt? Sure. You need me to go to AAA and win these belts? Like, whatever. She is down to do whatever. And I think that's why she has been so successful this time around with them. Can't do anything but say great things, and did a very stand-up thing for the homie that just got released.
Ridge Holland is his shoot name. I don't know what his shoot name is though. Probably should figure out. It's like Luke.
Yeah. Did a very stand-up thing for Rich Holland. So man, shout out to Chelsea, man. What a good look for her. 2 belts, Chelsea. The way Julia lost that belt was very strange, but
I have questions, Phil.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with Julia at all, but I'm of the opinion that they never should have taken the belt off of Chelsea. It felt like she still had more to do with that belt. She was extremely entertaining as U.S. champion, and it just felt like they ended her reign abruptly for no real reason.
Yeah, no, she had a lot of motion as the champion. Like people were talking about that championship in a high regards because of what Chelsea was doing with it. And seeing what she's currently doing, it's like, yeah, why did they ever take it off of her? But to sacrifice Julia like that, and she had this long reign and only like 2 real defenses or something, and like people were wondering where she was for most of it. Like, not a good look. Like she got so lost in that Stephanie Verkeer tidal wave and tornado that hit that it's very unfortunate. Appreciate that, Rick.
Yeah, I'm looking at this now. I'm looking at this now. NXT will be at Aragon Ballroom next Saturday, November 15th. Yeah, just very funny because a lot of people on the other side were like, "Oh, y'all running this small building. What is this? This looks cheap. This looks hokey. Oh, it's cool for NXT to go over there though. All right." It's just funny, man. This is why I don't like when people do this. When people do the whole, "Oh, it looks this way" when y'all do it, because these things always turn around. Like I keep saying, can you imagine if AEW had a show on Tubi? They would be acting like this is low rent. This is weak and all these other things. But it's cool for Evolve to be over there. That's why. Just stop doing that. Just stop picking these arguments where you got to end up having egg on your face later.
Because everybody wants to look. All the promotions, like they want to be in the venues. They want the Tubi deal is crazy. And like you're right, Phil. I haven't seen anybody on that side being like Tubi. That's the fucking low budget app and all that. They're just like tune into Evolve. Have you seen this cool stuff?
We would never hear the end of it. If ROH or something was on Tubi, people would be like, "Oh, look, this is low rent and all these other things." But this is fine. And I know people are gonna do it's NXT, it's developmental, so it's not the same thing. But the way people are talking about Aragon Ballroom, like it looks so cheap and all these other things. Why would you run this? And it's like, okay, well. I don't know, man. It's a good looking venue. I think it looks distinct. I like to see more wrestling there. I don't know.
And the point that Rick is bringing up here, it's not a PLE, it's not a taping, it's not anything, right? It's just a house show essentially, and it's 3 times as much as AEW would have gave you. Like that, they're showing you right there. What's up?
Yeah, I don't know. I just continue to say I wish more people would stop trying to be experts and just be fans of wrestling. And because I'm a fan of wrestling, I'm not a fan of the business. And I say that all the time. That's why I don't get on here and talk about ratings. I don't get on here to talk about ticket discourse and all this other stuff, because I didn't get into wrestling to be a fan of that side. Like there are people that are interested in talking about that, but I'm not. Just be a fan, bro. Like stop trying to be an expert. Just be a fan.
You don't want to talk about SmackDown super low rating from last week? You don't want to get into it? You don't want to get into Halloween talk, Phil?
No, I mean, because the new rating system has affected everybody. I don't know enough about how that works.
Yeah.
And I mean, personally, I think SmackDown hasn't been great, but I'm not going to use that to be like, oh, the ratings are low, so look, it's terrible. Look, Cody's a terrible champion, all this other stuff. I don't know enough about what is actually affecting that number to say that.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like the ratings matter. The way that I saw people talking about this show last night, I'm like, they got a bigger problem than these ratings. These fans are about to revolt because it sounds crazy.
Yeah, again, am I enjoying the shows? And SmackDown is, I think the women's stuff on SmackDown was really great last night. I mean, I think the stuff with Jade, which we'll talk about in a minute, Kabuki Warriors, bro.
Cooking.
Bro, that video of Asuka coming back there while Alexa is like nursing her neck after Lash Legend tried to choke the life out of her, and she's just like Charlotte's sitting there like trying to say it's all right, and then his hand just comes in on screen and hands them some ice, and she's like icing her neck, and then they look up and it's Asuka with like a whole doctor outfit on, and then she like sprays mist on them in the medical room. Hilarious, man.
Asuka being back, man. What a talent that was missed while she was out. Like the what they're doing, the matches that they've been having, the angles that they've been having. Yeah, the women are like absolutely destroying it in WWE right now.
Yeah, I think the women have been really the highlight of both companies. Both of the two big America companies.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, AEW too.
Yeah.
A couple of more super chats and we'll move forward. Tenruza says Okada's return pop gave me chills so good. Wrestle Kingdom 20.
Yeah, we are officially here. We're on the road to Wrestle Kingdom 20. Guess this is a good spot to get into that.
It is.
We did get 2 shows between the past weeks. Last time we saw you, we got the last homecoming event for Tanahashi in his hometown. And I think it's Gifu, Japan. I might be mispronouncing that. Sorry, I think it's Gifu, Japan. We got on that show the finals to the Super Junior tag team tournament. I think this is the first year in a long time that the actual champions won a tournament.
Surprising. That never happens.
Yeah, very rarely happens. I thought the tournament was fine. I was in and out on it. Can't say that I was that excited with where we're at the end of the tournament, but you know, it is what it is. Sho and Doki are still the champions. They are the current Super Junior tag team tournament winners as well. After that, we got Tanahashi in his last showing in his hometown against Yota Tsuji for the IWGP Global Championship. I thought this was a really good match. Again, Tanahashi on this farewell tour has been great. I think it's been more of him showing that he might not still have like the health. His knees are not what they were. He doesn't have like the same athleticism and like the explosiveness that he had in his prime, but he still can tell a story in the ring. He still has all of the craftiness of a veteran that has been doing this as long as he has. And I thought it was great. Tsuji, of course, picked up the win, successfully defended the IWGP Global Championship. Afterwards, he basically got the stamp from Tanahashi, which is going to play into the end of the show. And some of the stuff that I thought at this point coming into this year, because I've been saying for a minute, I think Tsuji is ready. Out of the 3 Musketeers, he's the one that you can push forward. He's got it, man. He's got the look. He wrestles really well. He's got the presentation and everything down. He's ready. If you want to push one of those 3 guys forward as the main event guy, it's him. And so seeing him get the stamp from Tanahashi, getting that big win on the road to this and what this meant, also him getting the match with Gabe before this, beating Gabe for the IW Global Championship. I've been kind of telling you guys where this is heading. And so we got the main event. Hiroki Goto taking on Takeshita for the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. Another pretty good match. Goto, man, just the reaction Goto gets, I knew he was going to get it coming into this match because Takeshita's still playing the invader as like this foreigner, so to speak, in this company. And Goto is, man, he's been beloved all this year. He's got the world title run that a lot of people wanted him to get for so long. And, you know, he proved himself as a draw, as a fan favorite, and man, the crowd was very much behind him throughout this entire match. But Takeshita, man, some of the strikes and like the holds in this match, he wasn't outright working heelish, but he was doing a lot of things to grind Goto down and to get the crowd on his side. But even towards the end, he's still acting like, hey, well, I'm still happy to be here. I'm here to represent pro wrestling. Thanks for giving me a great match, sir. But the crowd is very much like, no, we want one of our guys.
Yeah, exactly. We still not super into this. Like Takesha's destroying like the run that he's on. His confidence has super grew since he became IWGP champion. But that crowd is still like New Japan though. Like we still want our guys. Godo's kind of picked right back up, like as far as fanfare and them being like, no, we kind of want Godo to get it back though.
Yeah. But yeah, I thought this was a great match. Takeshita hit him with a knee strike at one point that I was just like, okay, hold on. Like, and the near falls in this, Godo kicked out after that. When Godo kicked out of some pretty big moves in this match, they made Godo look great coming out of this match. But yeah, Takeshita picked up the win as most of us expected. Takeshita will be heading into the Dome as champion after his match. Like I said, he did thank Godo for giving him an IWGP quality match and shook his hand while he was walking away. Then he was like, now the next big match for me is at the Dome. I'm going in there as champion. Basically, I don't want to hear no more of this tour talk. I don't want to hear none of the rest of that. Who am I facing at the Dome? And that's when we got Tsuji's music. Tsuji comes out with the IWGP Global Belt, and he accepts the challenge. He will be facing Takeshita at Wrestle Kingdom 20. It's going to be a Gold Rush match. Kind of like the leader of his old stable, Naito, got to win, and his big moment was winning both the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship and then the Continental Championship at Wrestle Kingdom. It made all the sense in the world for Tsuji to kind of follow in those footsteps, especially with the story that they were telling coming into this with him and Gabe Kidd. Gabe had been saying for the longest he wants to be a double champion, and I don't know how I feel about doing a double championship thing here, but I do think the Tsuji match has been on the tee for a few months, especially with the way that Tsuji lost his last match in the G1. It felt like they were kind of protecting him, not giving him an outright loss, and it making him feel like, okay, well, maybe if I would have made it to the finals, things would have been different. Even when they were showing all the stuff with Takeshita leading up to him winning the championship and everything, and Tsuji's just kind of like, I'm the only guy that can stop him.
Yeah, this is a stare down, a showdown, all the things that you'd want. Two of the hottest young prospects in the world. And when we're talking about Wrestle Kingdom this year, Phil and Shota and all the things that kind of went to that, you were always like, well, Tsuji's on his way. Tsuji's going to be the one. Somehow you predicted that Takeshita was going to be here too for a lot of months. I don't know how you did that, but it happened. You were predicting this match for many, many months, and now we're finally here. Very surprising, and this match is going to be insane too.
Yeah, I think this is the right call for them as well, because the fandom is definitely not universally behind Takeshita. Right. They want to see one of their guys, and it's going to take some time. We've seen in all of this, it's going to take some time to build up a new generation of main eventers for New Japan. Yeah. And like I said, Tsuji's ready, but you got to give him a big win that's going to cement him. And I think beating Takeshita is the kind of win that would really cement him. I don't know the direction here. I think it would be very strange to have Takeshita go into the Dome and leave with both titles.
I don't know. That can't be what they're gonna do, Phil. Right?
I would hope not, but I think this is it. You gotta give Tsuji the big win. I think he's been overdue for the big win to cement him. I think this is the one in the Dome. Like, the time is now for him, really. Like, this is it. We also have Shuri and Saya Kamitani and another double title match. The IWGP Women's Championship will be on the line against the New Japan Strong Women's Championship. I very much am getting the feeling that they're going to merge these belts. It doesn't really make sense for there to be two belts that serve the same purpose. I'm not sure what the story is with New Japan Strong at the moment. I kind of feel like we're going to get some kind of announcement about like where New Japan Strong is. It feels like they're starting to brand the shows coming to America just as New Japan shows.
Right.
I don't know what that means. I could be ahead of myself. Maybe this doesn't mean anything, but I think if anything, those two belts don't need to exist. Like, I think that they should merge those belts.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to really hammer home what that lineage, what it represents to be a champion of that caliber, having two at the same time, and one's in not a dead brand, but a brand that's not really thriving like it was, or you guys aren't pushing it like you were. It's good to just merge them together and move forward that way. And with the match like this, that's a great way to merge it at the Dome. Big moment. We're still getting used to having these women matches at the Dome for the championship. So this means a lot. The 2 announced matches, well, now 3 announced matches for Wrestle Kingdom, 4 announced matches for Wrestle Kingdom feel like Wrestle King. Like this feels like it hasn't felt in a few years coming up to what we're going to have here.
Yeah. I'm very glad we're back to giving the IWGP Women's Championship the prestige that it should have. Yes. I feel like that should be the main belt for the women. I love that. Coming into Saya Kamatani has very much been from the beginning, like, I want to wrestle at the Dome. I want to defend this belt at the Dome. Shuri has been trying to get her match at the Dome as well. And so, yeah, this is a big match. 2 of the best women's wrestlers in the world. Saya Kamatani has had a fantastic year. I think it makes a lot of sense for her to be in this position. Yeah, I don't think you can ask for a better match for these 2 belts. I saw a lot of people that were upset that Mercedes is not in the mix, because Mercedes did say that she wanted to wrestle at the Dome again this year, and she wants to go back to New Japan. I do think she eventually will. But I think right now, with what you have in this match, you've got a chance to put a really good one-on-one match on the stage. Yep. So go for it. I don't think you need to muddy it and make it a multi-woman match. Or, I mean, if anything, maybe put another women's match on there. I think we might be being a little bit sumptuous by asking that. But like I said, I think this is the best opportunity to put women on the stage.
Definitely. And what these women have been doing for that championship, it would make sense for them to kind of culminate the year or start off the year with this big match in that big moment.
Yeah, very excited for that match. We've also got Aaron Wolf against Evil that has been in the making, coming up for this as well. It looks like it's going to be for the never open weight belt. They did the press conference, and Aaron Wolf was just kind of like, yeah, I don't really need a title match. It's my first match. I don't know if I need that. And Evil's like, it's for the belt. So I don't know if it's been made official, but I think it is going to be for the belt. I also love that Evil at one point during the press conference does this thing where he spray paints the belts black. And so he starts spray painting the belt black, and he's like, this is my gold medal. And then Aaron Wolf just holds up his actual gold medal.
He's like, cool. No, I have a real one. A lot of talk around Aaron Wolf, though. Very exciting. Like, I think that adding the title and probably potentially him winning it off the gate, we don't see that a lot with debuts, you know?
Yeah, I think that's part of the big draw for this show. They've already been saying that this is the fastest selling Wrestle Kingdom to date.
Tickets.
And I mean, you've got 2 big opportunities here with Aaron Wolf on this show, and then Tanahashi's retirement match to sell like big tickets, and it seems like it's working. But that's even more so why I say you're going to have so many people coming in for this show off of those 2 things. You got to mint the next guy on the show as well. That's why I think Tsuji's got to get the win.
Yeah, with Tanahashi retiring, it's uber important, the most important, to make another guy or try to make another guy on the way out.
Yeah, but the big story coming out of this morning show, Tanahashi faced Yuto Ice. The story here is Yuto Ice and Tanahashi are from the same hometown. They went to the same school, and so Yuto Ice got the match against Tanahashi this morning. It was a solid match for what it was. Yuto is hilarious. It's still hilarious, just everything about him, like the bumper clot knee and everything. I'm just like, I don't know how long this is going to be a thing. I don't know what the shelf life was on it for now, but man, I've enjoyed Yuto Ice since he's come back from excursion. I think that the Knockout Bros have been the revelation that this tag division has needed.
Definitely.
And I think this was a great spot to put Yuto in, and I think that he worked well with Tanahashi.
I mean, to have all those, the same hometown, same school, same kind of lineage as Tanahashi, and to get Tanahashi has a handful of matches left in his career, and to get one of those at this stage in his career is unbelievable. Like, you would think this spot would be reserved for veterans, people that Tanahashi has been down the road with, and for him to do this just shows what he wanted to do with his retirement run, and mostly just putting guys over. Like, he's been doing his thing and having good matches, but he's mostly been like, I want this young guy to get some shine. I want this young person to get some shine. I want this person to do it. Like, he's trying to establish the company, being the president and all.
Yes. Tanahashi picked up the win here. That was the main event of this show. Tanahashi continued to have it up for the crowd. He did his air guitar, did multiple air guitars, had multiple air guitars thrown into the ring for him. And as he got ready to wrap it up and he put his fist down, that's when we got the coin drop. We got Okada's New Japan theme music. Haven't heard that in a while. And nah, man, the feels were different. The aura was different when that guy walked into that arena. The pop for that guy when he came in there, I was like, nah. And that should be noted, as Mikey V is saying in our chat, that was Okada's hometown. Yeah. I was wondering all this time. There's been a lot of speculation about who Tanahashi's retirement match is going to be. I know some people wanted it to be Shibata. I think that would have been an interesting one. I think there was like some conspiracy theories that it could be Naito.
Nakamura.
There was talk of the Nakamura was probably the most far-fetched one of all of them. There was talk of who is the young guy that he could possibly put over in that match, and Okada was talked about, and I was like, we've seen the Okada match because, of course, last February, in the lead up to Okada leaving the company to come to AEW, he had what was considered at the time his last match with Tanahashi, and it was a great match. It was surreal for what it was. Great storytelling. If people remember, Okada got very emotional after that match. That was the most emotional we had seen him get up to that point. Yep. And so I thought maybe this is it. We might not see these two wrestle again. And I was kind of fine with that idea. And even so much so, every time people brought up Okada for the retirement match, I was like, I don't think we need that match. Boy, am I phony. Because when Okada walked out there, I was like, nah, we're here. We're here, dog. Get to it.
Boy, am I phony. It's hella funny. Not for real though. As soon as Okada walked out and you were just like, oh yeah, Okada. Like I understand every story you could tell with any other guy, but we've talked about it plenty of times on this peer podcast. The reason for the season, the change of the game in New Japan, is because of what these two gentlemen did. And it's kind of fucking fitting that the last time you see Tanahashi in the ring, the other side is Okada, just because they made the reason that we are here now and we are getting this big Tanahashi last run and all this is partly because of what Okada did on the other side of him.
Yeah, all the nostalgia stuff worked on me. He had Gato with him. Gato had like the Rainmaker scarf over his head like he usually had. He even did like the Rainmaker stuff. He did. I was like, no, we're back. Like, let's get to it. This is the match for me. And like, I think the way they've interweaved the two things happening at the same time, the parallels of Takeshita being there defending the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship around the same time period, and then he's coming back to the Dome, and this is also going to be the night of Okada making his return to New Japan. It hasn't been there in a year. And why you pick that night, Okada? Why are you trying to step on the guy's moment? What's going on?
All of a sudden, you're back with your suit and Gato, and you're looking around, and now you want to be back in New Japan? What's up? Well, for what?
Yeah, I think that's going to be part of the story, because I do think that Okada is going to try to challenge for the IWGP title before January, because I think he's going to look at it like, I'm going to head into the Dome as champion, and I'm going to have my last match with Tanahashi.
And that's the story too, because that's that intrigue of like, damn, could we see their last match be an IWGP title match? Like, there's a lot of layers to this. Pretty unbelievable. I never thought we would see Okada back this quickly, honestly.
No, and again, I didn't know how I would feel about it, but seeing it happen, seeing him walk out there, the reaction to him, I was like, nah, we're back. Like him, the stare off, and like they did their poses to end the show. I was like, nah, dog, this is a Wrestle Kingdom level match. Of course, these two have wrestled at Wrestle Kingdom 3 times before this. This will be their 4th match at Wrestle Kingdom. No, it's just too much nostalgia around this. Like what Tanahashi means to Okada's career, the Rainmaker effect, and like so many big moments around these two guys. Like it's only fitting that this is his last opponent. It almost feels like it kind of can't be anybody else. And
it can't.
I understand the argument that it doesn't look great if we're saying New Japan needs new main eventers, and you could have the chance here to give Tanahashi a match with somebody current and put them over. Instead, you're bringing somebody from AEW that's going to have the match and then just go back to AEW. I get it, but also like it's Okada Tanahashi on that kind of stage. This is Tanahashi's last match. You're selling big tickets for this. I don't know, man.
And what this crowd is going to be, the emotions that will exist in this Wrestle Kingdom crowd for Tanahashi's last show and Okada's there. This is about to be a tears fest, first tears match at this point. Like everybody's going to be crying, emotional, everything behind it. They don't have to have the craziest hard hitting match of all time. They just have to hit some fucking familiar beats, do some things that we love seeing them doing, take it home, and we're out of here, Phil. Like this is going to be something.
I think it adds something to it that this is Tanahashi's first match back in about a year. Taking Okada out of the equation for all this time and then bringing him back adds something to it.
And
I didn't.
Dome, dog. That's crazy. No matter what.
I didn't think I would feel that way until it was happening, and I was like, nah, this is this is the vibe right here, buddy. Like, because yeah, again, Tanahashi is Tanahashi, but just like what these two guys mean is that this is like at some point getting the retirement match we should have gotten for Austin, and we get one last Rock Austin match at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
That's the level of this is at.
I can't believe it. I didn't think we were gonna get here. I think it could have been something if he would have put over some young guy, but that's a whole nother story for another day. Who would it have been? He's put over some in his retirement run. Like this is the final match, Wrestle Kingdom. There's about to be a gazillion people in this building. Like this makes the most sense. Okada is back. The vibes, man. And then, like you said, there's other layers to stories with Takeshita being there. Like this is gonna work.
Yeah. 4 matches announced, like we said so far for Wrestle Kingdom, coming together pretty quickly. I assume we're gonna get more. I'm predicting we're probably gonna get Goto versus Zack. That's my guess. I'm assuming maybe Shota and Yuya Uemura will probably challenge for the tag titles again. Other than that, I'm not quite sure what else we're getting. I mean, these 4 matches so far, it's good to build on. But yeah, I don't know.
Coming up January, big show.
Coming up fast, man. November feels like it got here like immediately. It felt like it went from like October 1st to hey, it's November. Like
right. Yo, this year is crazy, Phil. Not just this month, like all the months. Like because people have been talking about the Kenny and Gabe Kidd match, and I'm like, that was 500 years ago, but like that was this year, and I was like, it just went by so fast, and we're almost to the Dome again. It's like, what is time?
Yeah, there are so many matches this year that I think, like, even when people were asking us, like, what do we think was like match of the year last week, and I was thinking all of the matches this year. It's a lot. I mean, that Saya Kamitani Tam Nakano match was this year. Tam's last match was this year. Like that. A lot of stuff has been going fast, man. It's been I don't know. That feels like it was last year.
Yeah. Slow down, you guys. I didn't know it was going to be so quick. I thought we were going to be able to savor these moments. You can't. There's the next one instantly.
Send us in your super chats. Again, that is the best way to get your chat read on this podcast. You can also send us a Humper Chat, humperchats.com/Fightful.
Absolutely. We got a couple more super chats and then we'll move forward. Tenruza says, also hope to see you at All In London next year. I hope to see us in All In at London next year too. Yeah,
I gotta figure out. I might try to make that. I mean, Man, it felt like I might need to like spend the next month trying to make a hustle to go to the dome, man. Like this is like
For
Okada
real.
Tanahashi one last time in Tokyo Dome. Like
It'll never happen again. I'm having FOMO already, and the show hasn't even happened. Like, damn, I should have been already, you know?
Yeah.
Appreciate
Very
that.
grateful I got to see Tanahashi wrestle before he retired in Chicago.
I think I got to see, I think they did one of those matches in San Jose. These two guys. Was that the Mercedes, when Mercedes debuted in San Jose? I think that match was Okada
That was
and
the
Tanahashi.
co-main event.
Yeah, right. So
yeah.
Thanks. In San Jose. The homie Glizzy guy says WWE making AAA guys look like goobers, always losing to WWE guys. Only AAA belts being defended on Gold Rush have no AAA wrestlers. Chingla Mingra every time.
Yeah. I think one of the guys that is going to be the surprise in this John Cena tournament, which we'll talk about in a sec, is probably going to be Vikingo. I think it makes a lot of sense for Vikingo to be in a tournament.
We kind of figured this is where it was going to get with WWE. Instead, they've shown us historically for years, their guys are the guys and everybody else are along for the ride. You can't beat our guys because our guys are the top.
Yeah. Tony, I don't want Oba in this tournament, man. I hate to say it, but I don't want Oba in this tournament because I know what's going to happen. The second you put Oba in this tournament, it's going to turn in he has to win. And then when he doesn't win, that's going to be the discourse.
And like, I hear y'all, like it would be great if if they did this big thing and they're going to put over some guy in John Cena's last match and Oba's going to be the guy, but that's not what's going to happen, you guys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, which we'll get into that in a sec.
Definitely. Appreciate that, Glizzy. The homie Busby says, I have a feeling Kendrick is going to have another thriller night and folks are going to be upset that the clips got snubbed.
I wouldn't be surprised at that as well. I think it's funny how this is going to switch up because most of the fandom for the Clips album has been kind of like a Venn diagram where there's an overlap with Clips and Kendrick fans. Correct. And Drake fans don't like either side because both sides have beefed with Drake. Right. But I do think there's going to be a split that happens after the Grammys if Kendrick ends up cleaning up. And I do think there's a very good chance Kendrick could clean up.
The way that you're correctly predicting what's going to happen is hilarious. People are so funny because like they're falling right into this trap because it's definitely going to happen what you're describing. People are going to be like, Kendrick was never anybody. He's always blah, blah, blah. It's going to flip so quickly.
I've been predicting since Kendrick won this battle that Kendrick fatigue is coming. People are gonna get into the I'm tired of Kendrick bag. It's coming.
Facts. Big facts.
Some people are already having it.
I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. And it's inevitable if you're in that position. Like your song can't be played all the time and this often and you be in all these positions without somebody being like, this motherfucker again, this nigga, why is he getting everything? Like, that's just kind of life.
Yep.
I did see your boy Travis Scott got his little kickback at this little show or something that they had maybe last night or whatever. He put out some words towards the homie Pusha T. I don't know why he's still in this. Like, you dodged a bullet. Like, you just got a little. Pusha sent a little like, hey, it could be a thing, but it's not going to be.
Pow pow.
Yeah, he was like, this could be fire, but it's not going to be. And I don't know why Travis was like, let's make it fire. Like, what are you doing?
Nah, you don't want that.
You don't want that.
He sent them a little sideways jab, called him a dancing monkey, and that was it. Like, that's cool.
You got to take this L and go. Like, it's a bad. Like, I don't want to be called that at all, but like.
Yeah,
you got to take it and go. I think.
That guy's a psychopath. I'm not playing with that guy.
I recently listened
to you should play with him.
Fucking tick tick tick, and I was like, how did we let this? We were like, that's like this was in a battle. He was like, your friend's sick, and like people are like, oh, like we shouldn't allow this. I'm like, there has to be a line. That man did that, and he'll do it again.
Yeah. Rate this record. I revisit Daytona quite a bit. I think Daytona is a great album.
Daytona's incredible. That's the last that guy did a great production job. That's it.
Bro. He's what a guy, man. What a guy. Me and Emilio were talking about like when the Bump J record hit Chicago and like the impact the Bump J record had, and I was like, man, the production on that Bump J record was crazy. That's one of Kanye's best to me. He laced them, bro. And I mean, he like when you look at the way he's laced other people like Common, like Do or Die, and some other people from Chicago, like he laced Bump J with a beat, bro. And unfortunately, you know, Bump ended up going to jail and all these other things happened. He didn't capitalize on the moment, but that record was big. It was like McDonald's commercials big.
Yeah. That was the time when it felt like Kanye's production was otherworld. It felt like we had stumbled upon like some alien or like something that like what are these beats? I can't understand what's happening. It just felt like magic legit at that time. Like that's what makes me so angry about where we got, because like again, this was all yours, man. Like you laid it. It was yours. We were gonna hand you the keys to the kingdom and just have a great time. And it's not gonna be that, because I listen to a lot. Some of my favorite Kanye beats are from the fucking 2003, 2004, them early, like he was trying to get in the game and putting out mixtapes. Like some of those beats that were just on mixtapes are insane.
Yeah. If you guys don't remember the song I'm talking about, Bump J, Move Around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a big record. That time, blog era, Chicago.
So are we talking about this because you're down again because the homie went to sit down with the rabbis?
No. I keep telling y'all, man, if I enjoy Kanye's music, it would be a lot easier for me to avoid some of his antics. But at this point, the antics have gotten louder than the music, and I haven't really enjoyed the music in a long time. And so I've just been completely out on it.
Yeah.
And,
like even the stuff I'm like, let me try. And I'm like, no.
Nah. When he dropped that Hitler record, I was like, all right. Okay. I'm good.
And then they're like, oh, Dave Blunt is his ghostwriter. I'm like, what's happening? What do you mean?
Bro, the Wale interview. Did you watch this? Wale was on Jada and Joe's podcast. And Wale just casually was like, yeah, I was in Paris writing for Kanye. I'm like, dog, how many people from that era are going to say they wrote for this guy before we start asking questions? Because, I mean, y'all have been yelling at Drake for years now and yelling Quentin Miller's name at him. But y'all give this guy a pass.
And it's not even close, Phil. Like we can mention the alleged Drake names in like one hand, a couple of guys. Kanye is like every rapper that you've ever liked from the blog era probably laid him at least one verse. Like Kendrick, Cole, Drake, Wale, like go down the list. Rhymefest was giving this guy rhymes. Really Doe was giving this guy rhymes. Like this guy was getting rhymes from everybody.
Sean,
Big Sean,
like how many people got to say that they wrote for this dude before we stop giving that guy a pass? And people, it's just, I don't know. That's why I think some of the talk about writers is, I don't know, it's kind of cooked at this point because people don't keep that same energy.
No, it doesn't. It's not the same. Everybody's not put on the same level. Like if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Like because like
no.
A lot of people have gotten help. So,
yeah. And I see people all the time saying Drake cannot be in the greatest of all time conversation when he don't write. And I'm like, yeah, but some of y'all are putting Kanye up there in greatest of all time conversations. And then they'll be like, well, he's a producer. Nah, man. Come on, man. Let's cut it out. Stop giving this guy passes that y'all would not give to other people, man.
The goalpost that they be moving is really funny though. Oh, but he's doing no, it's the same. He came in, but I'm the greatest rapper of all time off rip.
Or my favorite, people will be like, but Drake has said he's the greatest. We've never heard Kanye's. What?
Like just like I said, off rip, he was like, I'm the best. In 2002, he was saying he's the best.
Yeah.
And if you listen to his old ass raps when he was in a group in like 1998, all of his raps are I've dressed the best, I'm the best rapper. Like it's never changed.
Yeah.
Appreciate that. The homie Uncle Donk says with a very generous super chat, Julia needs to sign with AEW if she can, or go back to Japan. WWE got no clue on what to do with her. They have no intention to push Melo. Why didn't creative have Melo versus Dragunov for the Open Challenge? They had bangers in NXT.
I think they're holding off on that match. I think they're trying to wrap up the Miz stuff before they get to that match. I do think we're going to get it eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're going to lay the foundation of how long this Open Challenge is going to go on, but he definitely has to be one of the challengers in this. And I guess we can get into this Julia talk here, Phil. What happened here? Like, she lost in less than 2 minutes last night, her United States Championship to Chelsea. And when I heard she lost, I was like, oh, that's unfortunate. I saw a lot of people being like, that sucks. But then it was 1 minute and 52 seconds or whatever. And I was like, why'd they do that?
I don't know what's going on with Julia. I've had a bad feeling with it since the NXT run. You could tell that they see it in Stephanie. You could see that it's
immediately.
They got the layup with Stephanie. She's easy to market. She's a really great wrestler. You could put her in there with a ton of opponents, and it's a layup. Mm-hmm. They haven't quite figured out how to make it work with Julia, and I think the issue is WWE does this goofy thing quite often where they take somebody from where they were from and they don't just do what they were doing over there. They try to remake them here to make it seem like, oh, this is a WWE product. And then when that doesn't work, then they start going back to what they initially did somewhere else and go, look. And then when it starts working, they act like, look, we figured it out. We cracked the code. No, you didn't. This is just what they were doing somewhere else. And there's so many examples of that. I mean, it's Jade right now. But yeah, I just don't think they figured it out quite yet with Julia. And that's why I keep saying, like, Julia doesn't need a manager, man. I mean, when you think about what she was doing in Stardom, the second she showed up in Stardom, she started her own unit. Like, she doesn't need a manager. She should be running things, and they just haven't quite figured it out. I don't know why. And the usual obstacles with Japanese wrestlers aren't there with her. I think her English is better than people realize. They don't let her talk enough. Mm-hmm. I think she could be easily marketable with like a lot of stuff you could put around her character. And I don't think enough people that watch the main two shows know enough about her either.
Right. Kind of what her character is beyond the ring. She speaks 2 languages. She has all these different, maybe even more than 2 languages. She's a very well-traveled person. I thought this was kind of a layup too with this. When they were like, we got Stephanie, she's great. I was like, yeah, but like Julia's like visually, she has it. Like, she has the aura, she has the confidence and charisma that went into it. We saw some of it while she was in NXT. And then, like you said, they do this thing where they strip you down to try to build you up as what they are. And then they just kind of go back to what brought you to the dance. And so I don't know if she got kind of caught up in the spectrum of what the division is and who was already there. Did they see like the Japanese women wrestlers they already came in and like, well, how do we market her different than this? And there's so many ways they could have done it. They kind of took away all the good traits of her, and what we were left over with didn't hit as hard. I think I was initially, when she came in, that was a big thing of like, she's hard hitting, her strikes, she wrestles a totally different style. And we saw a couple of those examples in NXT, Phil, where she would like hit somebody with the hard knee or do some kind of crazy chop. And they'd be like, well, she's going to have to tone down the style. And she toned down the style, Phil, it hasn't really hit like it should have.
Yeah. See, I never felt like Julia should have been a layup initially. Mm-hmm. But when I saw the way that they started pushing Stephanie from jump when they brought them in together, I was like, oh no, I see what this is. This is different. You've got so many other things working in your favor with Stephanie, man. Mm-hmm. But Stephanie, I think Stephanie's the better wrestler.
Yes.
I think that Stephanie is also easily marketable in a way as well, because you've got, I hate that this is a thing in wrestling, but when you have more than one wrestler from a different ethnicity, enough of these companies and smaller promotions are like, well, we got an Oscar or we got this Japanese wrestler already. And with Stephanie, you've only got one Chilean South American wrestler, and so it makes it easier for her to stand out. That shouldn't be the case, but that's what wrestling does all the time. They marginalize people, they put people in boxes, and then on top of that, and so on top of that, you've also got the story with Stephanie. You got the story of, this was my dream, I turned down going over there to be here, and they've got so many other things that are just working in Stephanie's, and then also Stephanie is she's killing it right now, man. She's having great matches. She looks the part. But you could tell the machine is behind Stephanie, man. You could tell the difference. And I'm telling you, when I noticed it, I was like, oh yeah, Stephanie's out there. It don't matter, man. It's just like, and I don't think that Julia can't recover from this. I just don't think that they know the direction yet. I don't think that they have really put any concerted effort in putting a real direction behind her, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, especially since she's hit the main roster, right? It feels like they were like, okay, she's cool, she's been these places, we know what she can do, but they never showed us what she can do. They were just like, potentially, if you give her the opportunity, it'll happen, but then they never really gave her the opportunity to happen. I think with her look and her move set and the kind of way she moves, she could be back in a higher position pretty immediately, just because she represents something different than a lot of the women do on the roster. But will they is the question, and I don't know if they will.
Yeah, I don't know. And she's so different from so many of the Japanese wrestlers there. I feel like there's so many different opportunities with her, and I just don't think that I don't think they've scratched the surface with her.
Like, they put her on the same level as Asuka and Io, but she's so different than Asuka and Io. You know what I mean?
I think a lot of it is fans doing that too.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we're conditioned.
I don't think they've booked the women particularly well on SmackDown either. I don't think that's helped her either. I think if she was on Raw, she might be in a better spot.
Why did they do the 1 minute? What is they're taking us back to old Divas days with these match times.
But they got to do what they've done with Stephanie as well with Julia, and they haven't done this yet. Like, because they've put Stephanie in there with like the big names. Like, she's had an EO match already. She's had the big opponents. Like, I know you don't have the 4 horsewomen to lean on anymore, but you have the names. Like, give her the matches. Like, bro, you got Charlotte on the same show. Why hasn't she been in the mix with Charlotte? Or I just don't get it. I don't get what they're doing, Julia, man.
Like, Charlotte could be, regardless of how you feel about her, she's still Charlotte, and she still gives rubs being featured next to her. Like, do something.
Yeah. Now, maybe that is, the reason they took the U.S. title off of her, because they're going to move her in a different direction. You can put her in matches now with because I think it's only a matter of time before we start getting more singles matches for Charlotte. We're getting closer to WrestleMania season. We're going to start, and they already started teasing a big singles match for Charlotte. So maybe that's why they moved Julia out of the U.S. title. I don't know. And maybe she'll win the U.S. title back. This was a very odd reign. I don't think they should have taken the title off of Chelsea to begin with. I think Chelsea was on a roll, and they just abruptly ended that reign, and then they gave Selena a forgettable reign that didn't really amount to much, and then they gave Julia a forgettable reign that didn't really amount to nothing. It's crazy when you think about it. Like, at one point, the U.S. title for the women was the better booked title of those 2 secondary belts, and now it's the Intercontinental title by far.
That's what happens when you have one of those aforementioned 4 horsewomen involved with the championship. It'll really change the trajectory of where it's going to go immediately. And that's what's always needed for a championship. You got to get someone to establish it, to really lay it down. And that's what the Intercontinental Championship did. Like I said, though, with Julia, she can get back into it. I don't think it's completely over. It's just going to be a longer climb than I expected it to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's yeah, I don't really get it. But on the other side of it, I do think that it was the right move to put the belt back on Chelsea. Because
yes, she's out of here now.
She's got everything working for her, man. And I just don't. I don't think that. I don't think Julia does. I just don't. I think it was clear that they didn't have a direction with this reign, and it's clear that they still had more to do with Chelsea with that belt.
Right. You just see, like you were describing earlier, when the machine is behind you, you see what the difference is. When they're like, no, this is our person. We're going to give them the big gimmick match wins. We're going to put their faces on the poster. We're going to feature them in little things that out of the wrestling ring, like you can see it when the machine is really pushing somebody.
I didn't even like the way Julia won the belt. I felt like it was kind of random. Like it didn't really feel like the moment it should have been, like compared to the stuff. That's why I'm like, you could tell the differences between the way that they're pushing Stephanie and the way they're using Julia. Like it's night and day.
Right. Let's get into a couple more super chats and then we can move forward. The homie Tenruza says, which East Coast rapper is using the new New York Mayor's Zoran's Turn the Volume Up line? The guy's incredible and has heat with 50 Cent. Hilarious. Everybody got heat with 50 at this point.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Mandani. Got the big win this week. Gonna be the new mayor of New York City. Hey man, sorry Islamophobe, sorry racist, be mad.
Racists are down bad this week. Oh my god, I've never seen 9/11 mentioned so many times. I'm like, these people are just can't help themselves.
I also think it's funny that it hasn't taken long for a lot of the red pill folks and podcasters that were big MAGA coming into the election. Boy, that has turned around pretty quick, hasn't it? And it hasn't been a whole year. This has turned around pretty quick. It's like, wait a minute, this is what he wants to do. Wait, these are the people I'm next to. These people kind of weird.
brother, the grifters are like, my bad. I hear you guys now. Like so many of them. It's happening every day. I'm like, oh, now you guys see it. Like what changed? Oh, you're poor. You're hungry. You're this. Yeah, that's what he said he was going to do. Why are you guys so surprised about this? But yeah, shout out to that. The energy this week with voting and New York people has been great. So shout out to their new mayor. Tenruza also says
it's done a 180 quicker than I expected.
Tenruza says need New York City to get the all elite graphic before RJ City.
I saw a lot of people saying that he should announce a AEW pay-per-view in New York because if people don't know, I think Mandani is an AEW fan. But what show are you gonna do?
He was at a Grand Slam, so do a Grand Slam.
Yeah, I wonder why AEW stopped booking queens like that.
Action Bronson. This is Action Bronson's fault. That's all of our super chats for now.
Yeah. It's Action Bronson's fault. Yeah, we've got a bunch of Hupper chats. Sorry, I should probably refresh my screen first. Queens, New York.
Oh, sick.
Sorry, it's still reloading for me. Dead air. Here we go. We've got some from Tony P. We got some with Van Twinblade. We got 2 from Van Twinblade. He says, so my friend and I were playing Never Stop Blowing Up, a game where everyone starts with a D4 and goes up if you roll max on the die, and at the start of the session, I had D8 in Brawl, the Fight Star, and I wrote a 7 on the D8, used the token. Boy, I am lost. I don't know what any of this means, Phantom Blade, but I they said explode to a D10, roll a 10 to explode to a D12, and roll a 4 for a 22 against the big bad who was kicking my shit in. I proceeded to dragon screw him into a wall. He sold the shit out of it, and that's where we ended for the night. Y'all want to play? I have no idea what any of this means.
Y'all want to play? I got to tell me what we're playing first, I think.
This sounds like trying to explain Dungeons and Dragons to to like Cameron or something, or like Jim Jones. Like, what does that mean?
Hella funny. Yeah. Thanks, Van Twin Blade.
Appreciate you, Van. Sounds like exciting times. I don't know what any of that means, though. Let's see. We got some Tony P. He says, sports have been sporting this week. That was a great World Series. To quote my nephew, both teams went hard. The UFC told the NBA to hold my beer with the betting scandal. What TKO thought was going to happen with underpaying fighters. Yeah. I don't know enough about this UFC betting thing, but it does look wild. Some of the news coming out of it. I think we're going to keep getting more and more scandals with the betting, though. Like, I don't think it takes a genius to see where this is heading.
The UFC one was pretty bad. There was a fight like last Saturday, and one of the fighters was approached to throw the fight, and UFC found out about it essentially before the fight happened. And they still let the guy fight. And so immediately after right. Immediately after the guy fought, they're like, you're released and you have to talk to the FBI. So the FBI got involved because they had been hearing about fights being fixed and people approached and all this stuff. And so since that report came out, fighters have came out being like, yes, we've been approached either in person or via text to throw these fights, and for like $100,000, blah, blah, blah. So it's deep, Phil. They said 100+ fighters may be involved, referees, the FBI's all over this. It's bad. It's real bad. It's like the NBA stuff we just saw, and then this right after it, it's like, oh, this sports betting stuff is it's about to get crazy here.
Yeah. ESPN just dropped ESPN Bet. ESPN Bet, I think, is only like 2 years old. They are out of the business of sports books. Yeah, this is happened really fast. But happened very, very fast. But who would have guessed? That's kind of thing when scams happen, and betting is kind of the ultimate scam. And I say this as somebody that enjoys betting. That's the kind of thing that happens with scamming. Like when scamming happens, it then turns into, okay, how can I make money off the scam? How can I skim some off the top? And it always happens.
The scam always leads to more scams for sure. They're like, oh, wait, if this is going on, how can I get involved in the scam too and let my scam happen? It's crazy. And now it's the sports betting thing. I was always thinking, like, how is this working? Like, how is this regulated? How do you stop getting to a player and saying fucking throw this game? And they haven't figured it out. It's happening.
Yeah. It's that was one of my favorite bits from Casino is when the old bosses back home find out that somebody is skimming from the skim, and they're like, wait a minute, we're trusting these guys to come in there and steal money from us, and they're stealing from us.
Such a great movie. I was telling you that I just watched it, and everything that you've been saying about it. Great movie.
One of the greatest movies ever made. I think it's Scorsese's best movie. But like, when the bosses find out that somebody's like skimming off the top of their skim, it's like, how could they do this to us? It's like,
and I feel like that's what the sports bettors are, Phil. They're like, because they're scamming all of us. Like, we're getting scammed. Like, anybody that's playing, like they're advertising all this, and then they figured out, oh wait, the people that we're using to scam the people are scamming us. That can't happen. This isn't a normal thing. We have to be the ones coming out on top. And like, I'm not mad at it. It's just funny seeing like them talking about it when they were talking about the NBA stuff and now this stuff, and it's like sponsored by DraftKings. It's like I don't know. Like I don't know. This kind of weird inception is weird.
It's crazy. But yeah, I say enough great things about Casino. If you have not watched Casino, I don't know what you're doing. Why have you not watched Casino? I'm sure you can find it on a streaming platform somewhere. It's legitimately, I am not overhyping this movie. It's one of the greatest movies ever made.
Legit. I definitely would put it up there after viewing it with my old man eyes. I'm telling you. De Niro and fucking Pesci, can't beat them.
Bro, De Niro standing in the desert and watching the car pull up, and he's got like this big dust cloud coming behind him, and then it pulls up and he jumps out the car immediately. I mean, let's just ignore like everything he has to do to get in this car to even meet him in the desert. Like all of this like switching cars and shit he has to do at that point, which is crazy. But then he meets him in the desert and he immediately jumps out the car. Who are you to tell the folks back home I'm putting heat on you, you motherfucker, you? Great movie, man.
Yes, my favorite is Joe Pesci's energy in there because he don't give a fuck, man. He'll pull up on you. He's small. He'll knock your ass out. Like that's what the life is. Watch Casino, you guys. They're like, yeah, it came out fucking 30 years ago. We've seen it.
Yeah, man. Wait a minute. I asked you to come out here. I asked you. Such a great. You get this straight in your. Oh, I can't say the rest of that line because the rest of that line is so quick.
Yeah, no. A lot of lines in that movie. I was like, I'm offended. This is crazy.
Oh, when he was looking at the diamonds. Yeah. Yeah, my man. That was when he was talking about does this guy even have a gaming license?
Mm-hmm. Very offensive. But yeah, it's a different time.
Different times, man. But man, what a movie, man. It's part of like what I think is great about Vegas. Like even the end of the movie, and it's man, if you went to old Vegas before Vegas turned into what it is, it's so on the money about what Vegas is now.
Yeah. How it's like essentially Disneyland now. And it's like, yeah, that's exactly like it's geared towards families. Like it's completely different energy than it was a number of years ago.
Look what they did to my hand, man. Bro. So many quotables from this movie. Don't get me started. Love that movie. We the sports weekend, buddy. I am up, buddy. I was sitting there because I was like, oh well, Bengals are not a good team. Bears should win this game, and you know, Bengals defense is terrible. They're scoring all these points. They tried to cheat us. Bears got that pick six, and somebody's finger grazed the guy, and they called it back. I was like, okay, sorry, we're still gonna win this game. And so when we started losing, I was just like, that pick six they called back. We lose this game after they called the pick six back. I would have been flipping tables over up in here. Like that's why I said when you guys talked about it on the hump, this was the countdown to either of us crashing out because I knew SRS was already going to be mad. But buddy, if we would have lost that game after we were up 2 touchdowns, that would have been a don't talk to me Sunday. Don't talk to me, man. Like there's no way we should have lost that game. But so I pulled it out, touchdown at the very last minute, less than a minute left on the clock. Caleb threw a bomb out there to Colston Loveland, rookie tight end, rookie running back came in. Man, Donnie did his thing. Big W for the Bears, man. Come on, man. Good, better, best. We outside, buddy.
We have not seen your homie Seth Rollins tweet "I hate football" in weeks at this point. So there it is.
Just last week when we coughed up one to Baltimore, but it's fine. I don't know, man. It's at this point now for Bears. I've been a Bears fan for a long time, and it's annoying when we don't get calls that go our way, and then you have to listen to commentary talk about us. Like, all right, and then the way other football fans talk about the Bears, like, oh, they're a poverty organization, and yeah, the way people just wait for us to lose so they can laugh. I'm like, all right. So when we won this game, this is definitely where I was one of those where I was like, yes, fuck y'all, we won, fuck out of here. I don't want to hear none of this. Like all these people are waiting, like, oh, the Bears are gonna cuff one up, but yuck. Nah, fuck out of here. Bear down.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
I saw it. I saw people getting ready to do it. Cass put his tweet out there like, look at the Bears. All right, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, man. Cut it out. Let me have peace.
They were stepping on necks before the game was over for sure. Nobody wants to see the Bears win besides Chicago fans.
Yeah, no, I definitely, boy, when we won that one, that was definitely one of those. Yeah, fuck y'all. Let's go. Shout out to Freddie Gibbs. It's still funny to me that Freddie Gibbs is a Bears fan and he be talking this shit online. Absolutely love it, man. But yeah, big win. Bulls are 6-2. Took a ugly loss last night, but it's all good, man. Better start to the season than I expected. Crazy comeback win against the Sixers the other night. I thought that game was well over. I had stopped paying attention. Then I looked back. I was like, wait, we got a chance.
It was on and I was watching it and I like dozed off for a minute. I was like, just one of those dozed off because this game's over. And then I woke back up and I was like, what's going on? This game is not over.
Yeah, man. Listen.
Crazy comeback.
I said it last week, but I'll take all those apologies for that Giddey trade, buddy. Because, bro, that where he's like the first Bulls player to have back-to-back triple doubles since 1989. I had to tell y'all who the player was. Like, I mean, we know. We know the only Bulls player you could think it was.
There's only one. Yeah, just say that one, and that's probably it.
But yo, being in that conversation with Mike already in his second season, that's crazy.
Bro is playing some unbelievable ball out there, so I don't know. I hear him.
Yeah. It's Charles Oakley. Yeah.
Big O.
But yeah, we didn't talk about the World Series at all. I'm not a big baseball fan, but Toronto, man. Toronto had their chance, man. I Game 7, man. Mike has always said it. I don't do Game 7s because anything can happen in a Game 7. And so when LA forced a Game 7, I was like, oh no, I don't like Toronto's chances. And they went up at one point. They were up 3-0 at the beginning of that early in the game. And then I started to see, and I was like, oh, yep, here we go. And people did not hesitate to get all their Kendrick memes off. Drake took some more strays because, of course, Drake was talking heavy when Toronto was up. So,
yep. The momentum shifts in baseball are so drastic, and they happen. It just like sometimes you can't come back from them. And when you can see it slipping out of a team's hands, the way you can see it slipping out of Toronto's hands, and it's just like, Dodgers might do this, and then Dodgers did this. It was quite a display. Shout out to California, man. We got another one. I'm not mad at it. I'm not the hugest Dodgers fan. I don't rep the Dodgers, but they're California, so I'm happy for the win. And yeah, and the way they flipped it into battle stuff again was hilarious, was great. There was memes, there were posters, there were videos of LA getting a win again. So shout out to the Dodgers.
Yeah, LA's a baseball town. I do know that much about LA. I think it's because there's so much of a like Hispanic population in LA. Very big baseball fandom in LA. So it's kind of different.
And Dodgers is like gang memorabilia at this point. The way that people in that, like, it's ingrained in LA culture. It's all it is. You can't wear that hat in some places.
That's why I was laughing at Head too when DJ Head did the Joe Budden pod, and he was standing up there with them on the balcony. He had the LA Dodgers jacket on, like the LA Blue hat on. He had on some Cortezes. I was like, this is the most Cali dude ever, bro.
California ass fit. You want to see a Cali fit? There you go. Only difference with like the Mexican homies is they would have on shorts and high white socks, but that's a fucking California ass fit right there. I used to wear fits like that.
Man, shout out to Magic Johnson. Continues to win. Continues to make a lot of money. That picture of him in the midst of the team with that big smile on his face. I was like, bro, what a guy.
Around all the Japanese exports, he's like, yeah, I did
what this. What a guy. Bro. Shohei, man. What a run for Shohei early in his career, bro. Like,
wow.
Whew.
This guy, the way that he did it on pitching and hitting this World Series was like, I didn't know they made baseball players like this anymore. This is a fucking freak.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but not the biggest baseball fan. But hey, man, cool for them. Cool for somebody. Feel bad for all the people that are Toronto Blue Jays fans. Like I know Tempest is a big Toronto Blue Jays fan, but
sorry, you guys.
Toronto don't win a lot, man.
They don't.
So yeah,
they don't.
I know people that are still celebrating off Kawhi bringing a championship to the Raptors.
They should.
Yeah, they should. That's for sure. But didn't go you guys' way. Sorry, guys. More from Tony P says Grammy's been on some BS for a long time, and I stopped caring about them for real. I did see who was nominated through hip hop and R&B and solid picks. Plus, I find it crazy that they did the racist move to split the country, but they decided Bieber must go in R&B. Yeah, I'll save my thoughts on that. But, no.
Yeah, the country music award splitting thing, big head scratcher. Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all are just saying it out loud now. That's crazy.
Yeah, there's a long rant and Grammys and the way that they've awarded white artists for a long time. Yeah.
Nasty.
We'll move on.
Super.
we'll move on. Tony also says WWE was being WWE, firing a person for telling the truth while injured, producing a basic bitch Saturday night main event with the 3-way being the highlight. Raw really did its best to make Punk look dumb. The undercard match was really where it was at this show. Yeah, that's a lot there. Saturday night main event was last week.
It was.
Probably the most eventful Saturday night main event, I would say, this era. Because most of these have been just like, all right, you're not missing anything if you don't watch this. Yeah. It's fine.
Most of them are like, it's over. I don't have to relive it. But this one, like, you'd have to relive it.
Yeah, pretty eventful. I don't think that means it was terribly good, but it was eventful. I kind of don't even know where to start because,
right?
Like I said, a lot happened, but it also felt like some of it was also kind of inconsequential, if that makes sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
The Jade win, I felt like this was it. You had to give Jade the win here, especially because you turned her heel. There was no way they were going to turn her heel and then just have her lose again. That would have made no sense. And then you also had Tiffany come again, selling a knee injury. Having her lose to somebody that is also hurt as well, that wouldn't have made any sense at all. But I like the way that they did it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how do you feel about the way that they did it? Because Jade kind of ran through her, fucking power bombing her all over the ring. Pretty heat.
Yeah, I like the way that they did it. I think that Jade needed a statement win like that, especially with the year that Tiffany has had. Tiffany hasn't lost a lot this year. She's only lost one match to Stephanie, and she's been champion for over 300 days. And to give Jade the win this way over her and just like dominantly end her reign, I think that was the way to go.
Right.
Jade just is so much better as a heel. And I thought maybe I was exaggerating until I watched her last night, and I was like, nah. Jade coming out and doing the I'm that bitch, and then just walking out, I was like, nah, this just feels right. Like I said on Twitter, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This works. This is what she does best. Like it's just something about her. She just seems naturally unlikable, and I say that in the best way possible. It's just energy that she gives off. Like she just gives off the energy, and it's just like, nah. Having her come out there and be like, I'm excited to be here and have matchups with all these people here that I haven't wrestled before. No. I want her to come in there like, I'm trying to steal your lunch. And that's what time it was on SmackDown. She came out there and said that, started walking up the ramp. Charlotte's music hit, and she stood there and was like, now you're interrupting me. And so she stood there, did the stare down with Charlotte, held her belt up in her face. And then Charlotte walked away to go and have her match with Nia. Alexa the whole time, like, it's fine. Bro, Jay was still standing back there the whole time. Like, I said what I said. Through the entire entrance, she stood back there with her belt up. Like, no, I'm not playing with you. I'm still here. And I was like, bro, this is the Jade I've wanted in WWE from the very beginning. Like, this is the energy she had in AEW. This is how it should have stayed.
Yeah, this is the difference when you need to figure out what a wrestler is and where they're going to be. Jade Cargill showed them right here. It felt like she was playing a wrestler and a character when she was a babyface. Like she had to act like she was happy to be there, like you're saying, and acted this way. This, what she did on Saturday Night's Main Event and on SmackDown last night, felt natural. It felt like that's how she talks. That's how she acts. That's how she moves around. We've seen her in situations. We've seen her tweet. We've seen her talk. If you're better than everybody and you talk like it, you're naturally going to have heel instincts. And that's exactly what Jade is. Jade has been on top in all the professions she's been in. She's a big fucking time player everywhere that she is, and she's going to talk like it. And you could see her confidence being built. She's moving different just after a couple of days, because this is what she's destined to do. Be a heel, be a big time fucking destroyer, and just an angry, cool person that you want to be like, but you can't afford to. Like, this is what the Jade we've been waiting for, like you said.
Yeah. Nah, and I mean, I get I enjoyed the stuff that she did with Naomi and Bianca. The victory stuff was fine. I enjoyed the tag run, but now as a singles wrestler, this is what Jade should be doing.
Definitely. Finally got the win.
Yeah, and I mean, they're clearly foreshadowing a match with Charlotte. I think that makes a lot of sense for her. She went backstage, still on that kind of energy. Move out of my way. And B-Fab was like, the stop that Jay did when B-Fab was talking. Like, wait, what'd you say? You said something?
That's what's good about Jade, is moments like that.
Yeah, nah, that was great. And I feel like this is leading to what she did in AEW. Have the kind of matches where she just has matches with wrestlers like B-Fab, where she can afford to just squash them, move out my way. Start padding the stats, man. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
Let's get to it. I hope that we're close with Bianca. I don't know what the status is on Bianca yet, but that's gotta be the WrestleMania match, right?
Yeah, I would think so. I think that's where we're leading. The fact that they're like immediately kind of getting to the Charlotte stuff so they can not get it out of the way, but you want to get that under Jade's belt leading into WrestleMania against Bianca, I would think.
Yeah, I was the whole time watching all this stuff with Jade last night. I was like, oh yeah, we're back. And it's funny because I say things just like I keep a lot of my tweets very vague now, if you guys have not noticed. And I think when you leave things up for interpretation, people want to believe that you didn't like something or that you're complaining. But I never complained about anything. And I saw something this morning where somebody was mad at me for that tweet, and I was like, well, what are you mad at? I was just looking like, what did I do? I just said this works. Keep doing it. It works.
How could you flip that?
Because I don't know. I'm mad at you for something else you said. I don't know. But I thought that this was the way to go with Jade from the beginning. Very glad that we're getting to it now. The triple threat match was what it was. I thought it worked for what it was as a title defense for Dominic. I never felt like Dominic was going to lose. Dominic did retain the Intercontinental Championship.
Right.
It was fine. I thought it was a good match.
I mean, we kind of predicted that this was it's just a showcase for Dom at this point. Doesn't really feel like they're getting him. The train that they have set for Dom is fucking moving forward, and losing that Intercontinental Championship wasn't in the plans. He has a lot of heat. I will give it to all the people saying that. It was okay. There was points in this show where like this felt just like a Raw match and like nothing wrong with it. But I think you want to get these guys on the show, but they didn't do anything to like really blow the roof off.
Yeah. But I really enjoyed the Ray Dominic segment from Raw. I thought that was good. Dom coming out and talking his shit and still doing the I'm the King of Luchador stuff. And Ray came out there like, well, hold on. You can't disrespect guys like El Santo and Blue Demon and Eddie Guerrero. And then Dom comes back immediately with like, keep my dad's name out your mouth, which I thought was a great response. And I love that because Ray is Ray. He didn't come out and say, don't disrespect my legacy immediately. He was like, no, don't disrespect luchadors. Like, don't disrespect Lucha Libre. And then he was like, and by the way, you're not better than me.
Which is an actual true factual statement. I saw some egregious tweets this week. I saw that somebody said Rey Mysterio is a Nepo dad, and I was like, you know what? Get me out of here. Just leave me alone. We're done here. I don't think I want to exist on this planet anymore. Like I hear what you guys are saying about Dom Mysterio, but like Rey Mysterio Jr. is his dad. He defined and revolutionized the fucking business. Great to see him back here still moving like it's 1996. Like him being in a angle with his son, he's having the best time of his life.
Yeah, I thought that segment was very good. So yeah, I think out of all of this, the stuff that they did with Jade and the stuff that they did with Dom coming out of this, I thought worked the best after Saturday Night Main Event. Both of the world title matches. I think that the undisputed WWE Championship match was better than the WrestlePalooza match because the WrestlePalooza match was so forgettable. But boy, did they hammer home this story, man. They beat us over the head with what the story is, boy. He doesn't have his championship advantage, and look, like it's like, all right, I got it. We're supposed to get to the end of the match and look and go, well, look, Drew got screwed again because Cody used the belt when he DDT'd him, and that led to him losing. And the ref didn't help him, so he got screwed. But at the same time, it's the play off of everything this year with Cody of, all right, I hesitated in that match with John Cena. I ain't hesitating here with you. But my big issue with this is we already did this in the Kevin Owens feud.
Right. Same exact
story. We already did this, and then we got to WrestleMania and acted like the Kevin Owens feud didn't happen to build to this heel turn with John Cena. And then we basically rehashed the story again with Drew McIntyre, and we didn't tell it in a better way. So I don't know. I saw a lot of people were upset with Drew losing, and boy, I don't know what you guys expected because I never thought Drew was winning this match.
Like there was a world where he could potentially do something, but not in this world we're living in. Like the Drew McIntyre and LA Knight are probably the most glaring non-champions I see in WWE, and the way that people talk about them. Like people are like, these guys aren't winning. It's the end of the world. They're fucking fumbling. They're all the things that kind of surround it. But it's like, did you really expect on this show for Drew McIntyre to do it against Cody Rhodes? No. With how they've been booking Drew, Phil? Like, what would give you the idea that was going to happen?
No, I did not see Drew winning here. Drew did lose, and afterwards, the way that Drew lost, I was like, okay, we're getting a third match. Which was basically confirmed on SmackDown with the way things went on SmackDown. Man, kudos to them because we very, very rarely see that happen where they do the interference angle and somebody comes in and attacks the ref and not the wrestlers. If you have not seen this, the referee is in the midst of doing something, and out of nowhere, you just see the ref get claymored, and then Drew was like ragtailing this guy around by his shirt, like, "You screwed me out of the match. How could you do this to me?" And what are you're helping him? And I thought that was great. Now, I'm not that interested in a third Drew match. And by the end of SmackDown, Drew is suspended. So that is the current status. Drew is suspended because he put his hands on a referee. But yeah, the Cody stuff with Drew, it just, I don't know.
Because is Drew really gonna win in the end? Like if they're gonna do another match and Drew loses again, what are we doing here?
And I don't see Drew winning a third match.
Right.
So I don't know. Damian Priest got in the mix as well. Damian Priest is back. He still got beef with Aleister Black, who Aleister Black was wrestling Cody in the main event of SmackDown. That's how we put those two stories together. Maybe that's leading to a tag match. Maybe that's leading to the build to this War Games match. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Ending that match in a non-finish, and then we're doing more Drew stuff. I was like, no thanks.
They got to get a super interesting story for Cody before.
Yes,
like I know where you guys are trying to go and WrestleMania and all that, but before that, we need something that's going to hit for Cody, because it feels like he's just kind of wading in the water at this point.
They need to shake things up really bad. Like he needs some new opponents. He needs some new storylines. They just got to do something different, because, like I said, this Drew stuff feels too similar to the Kevin Owens stuff, and they got to do something different with Cody. Speaking of Kevin Owens gave us an update, injury update, kind of. He's back working out, so hopefully we see Kevin Owens on our TVs again soon.
Great update. Love out to the homie Kevin Owens. Gigantic fan. I hope he comes back soon.
Yes. Main event was main event was not good. I don't even think you can sugarcoat this. This was not a good match. CM Punk versus Jey Uso for the vacant WWE World Heavyweight Championship. I didn't have high hopes coming into this match. I didn't like how we got here. I didn't like how we just moved on from the Braun Breaker stuff and gave Jey Uso another title match here. I don't like that we're seemingly teasing a Jey Uso heel turn, which makes no sense. I didn't like anything about it. But then the match itself also wasn't good. Punk came out with like an homage to his MMA trainer that recently passed away. That was a nice moment, but the match itself was like, like I think the crowd bought in by the end on the near falls. They were biting on a lot of it. Like the crowd was invested by the end, but more getting there was. There was a point in this where you could tell Jay was clearly gassed. Like he was like he looked completely gassed, and then like the thing that's going around a lot is the neck breaker spot, and the way Punk kicks him back in the head, coming out of it like, yeah, what are you doing? Bump. What are you doing?
The thing that tripped me out about the whole thing is like Punk doesn't even move at a super fast pace. Like he's not like this high energy ass wrestler. Like, why are you so blown up in a match with Punk? He's kind of walking you through this whole thing. And so you got to that, and like before I had seen anything about the match, I see that clip of everybody being like, what the fuck is this? What did Jey Uso do? And yesterday seeing Marufuji made it into a DDT now. I'm like, I don't know what a crazy life pro wrestling is. Dave Meltzer said this match is 4 stars though, Phil.
It definitely
I'm like, what match was this guy watching? That spear that Punk hit? Like there's a bunch of this stuff that was like,
what, you're turning into one of those guys that is arguing with Dave's star ratings now? That's
you're out of here, Dave. You're finished. I knew he was a loser from the beginning. No, I usually never have any it's Dave. It's a one man's opinion. What are you talking about? But this time I was like, 4 stars, Dave. What did we watch the same match?
Yeah, nah. This definitely wasn't a 4-star match to me. It's funny because you're saying Punk wrestled at his pace. And so even a neck breaker, it felt like he was like, all right, we're starting the neck breaker. We're in the neck breaker. We're in the neck breaker. All right. You've oversold it. Dog, what are you doing? Hey, get up. Do it again. What are you doing?
That's what's so funny, because that's what it is. Punk is a very much like, you ready? We're ready. We're doing this. You ready? You ready to go? And like Jay was not ready to go. And he's like, well, why aren't you ready to go? Phil,
bro.
The way that people were talking about Jey Uso, like he's this rookie wrestler, like he hasn't been wrestling for the last fucking 20 years at the highest level. I'm like, what's going on here? Like the conversation around this match was crazy.
There's a clip from the tag match from the next night of Brian either forgetting a move. Something happened with the Irish whip between Brian and Punk.
Oh, right.
There's miscommunication or something happened there. And people are like, well, why didn't he act that way with Brian? Why didn't he kick Brian? It's like, well, okay, first of all, Brian is a very big man. That's just first. A very big guy.
Right there.
And then two, Brian is still relatively new. Jey Uso was world champion this year.
That's what the difference is. Ron Breakker is still considered a rookie in the game. Like, he's still learning. We're still teaching him while the matches is going. Jey Uso been going for 20 years at the highest level, like I said, a gazillion time tag team champion. And like Phil said, he was just the world champion, the top guy in that division. He shouldn't have to.
Yeah, but yeah, and I don't want to throw this all on like, oh, it's Jay can't wrestle. I'm not one of those Jay can't wrestle guys, but
no,
he's had a bunch of moments this year where I'm just like, what's happening, man? Like, what's going on? And there were a lot of that in this match where I was just like, bro, what's going on, man? That exchange where Jay gave one of the worst GTSs I've ever seen, and then Punk responded was one of the worst spears I've ever seen. I was like, bro, what is this? What's happening here?
Y'all going ugly move for ugly move? This is crazy. I didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah. This was probably one that both of these guys want to forget. And I think it's very telling when Punk is not engaged. And I could tell watching that segment Monday last week, and they did the promo, and he had to come out and mock. Now listen, it was funny. He did his mock. All right, hit Colt's personality again. It was funny, but this is the worst version of Punk. When we're doing this safe cookie cutter stuff, and he's just coming out there doing "I'm happy to be here" stuff. Boy, this is the least interesting version of CM Punk. Like, get us back to chaotic Punk. Get us out there. Like, you're worried about what this guy's gonna say. That's the best version of him. That's the appeal of having him. Is you don't know what this guy's gonna do. You don't know what he's gonna say. If we're just doing the happy to be here stuff, still 2 years in, like, I'm not as interested in that. Like,
the way that
get us back down.
The way that the usual suspects came, because he did the thing that he's been doing, like you pointed out, for a bunch of years. Ran around the victory lap, as they say, and they tried to act like it was him still on AEW Young Buck shit. And I was like, all right, you guys.
Now, CM Punk did win the championship here, and I didn't even know how to feel about it, because the idea of him as champion could be interesting, but again, I just don't like how we got here. You didn't wrap up the Rollins stuff in a satisfying way. Now, that wasn't entirely WWE's fault, because Rollins got hurt, so you didn't have a way to wrap it up. But you spent so much time with Rollins and Punk as a feud, and then you finally give him the win, and he wins the belt in a vacant match with Jey Uso, and then the match wasn't good.
Not a good match. Not a lot of heat behind the match.
Yeah, and I was not happy with the way we got here to put the belt on him. And Punk, right afterwards, he takes that picture backstage with him and Ricky and Cody and Jade. Look at us. His caption on IG. Jesus. Look at us. I laughed so hard at look at us. I was like, this guy is one of the pettiest people in the world, bro. I thought that was hilarious. Now, that of course broke people's brains once it reached Twitter, and people were like, oh, look at these guys, look at the elite. I was like, I laughed at it and then put my phone down. I got some messages about it. I laughed in response to people's messages about it. I had a good time, and then moved on. People turned it into, oh, look at him, he's still gotten to. I'm like, I guess, I don't know. And that, which turned into the thing that you were talking about. People are like, look, he's doing a victory lap. Guys, he's been running around in a circle like that during his entrance for over 2 decades. Bro, I watched that guy in 2011 at Money in the Bank run around in a circle like that when he did his entrance. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, but yeah, a lot of things about that was funny to me. The group picture, the fact that Triple H wasn't there that night. He clearly wasn't there on
Yes.
Saturday. And then he circled back Monday to get his finger point picture with Punk, and then circled back and got his J picture last night. I was like, this guy.
Yep. It's funny though, because I was doing the West Coast Pro show at the same time last week. And so I wasn't watching live, and I get back to my phone, and you're like, well, that's an interesting way for him to win the belt. And I was like, wait, they won the belt? Because we had talked about on the pod how you didn't think that he was going to win because it was Saturday night's main event. It didn't even seem like WWE was setting us up for that moment. It was just like, we have this title match, and most people were like, it's going to be a non-finish. We're going to somebody's going to interfere. Like, nobody even expected it to happen. And then it just happened. And it was like, okay. And it still doesn't feel like there's a lot of like heat behind it. I think it's just like, you don't want to give Punk the belt as like a consolation or we ended up here prize. You want it to feel like a real big victory. And it didn't feel like a real big victory.
No, it just felt like, okay, well, here, we don't have anything else to do with the belt. So we might as well.
Yes. We don't have anything else.
And yeah, I just think that was an underwhelming way to get there, especially when you had so many good things going with Punk and like the SummerSlam win and the cash in, because the SummerSlam match was really good. I think like him and Gunther had like one of my favorite matches this year. But yeah, this main event for Saturday Night Main Event was not it. And then we got to Raw, and he came out, he did his usual victory lap, and he gave us Punk, I'm happy to be here, thanks to my wife, thanks to my dog, thanks to the fans, because guys, I wouldn't be here without you. And yeah, I know, to me this is like the least interesting version. And then to make it even worse, out of all the names he said in that promo where he was like, hey, Finn Balor, I was like, hey, Finn, that could be pretty cool. We haven't seen Finn versus Punk yet. That could be cool. Sheamus, I was like, Sheamus has bangers. That could be cool. He said all these names. Dom, I was like, that could be cool. All right. Logan Paul came out to answer him. And I slunk down in my seat, and I was this close to cutting it off and turning Xbox on. I've been playing a lot of Marvel's Rivals, and like I've been switching back and forth and playing other games. And I was like, you know what, man, I could cut the Xbox on. It's fine. I legitimately did not care when Logan Paul's music hit. And then I chuckled when Punk looked right at the camera and was like, whose music is that? And I was like, and then when he realized it was Logan Paul, I was like, yeah, that's the same reaction we're all having. Really? And then Logan Paul comes out there. We're faking his face turn, which you had to be born yesterday to believe that Logan Paul was really a good guy now, and he was going to side with Punk against the Bronze. And so we got the main event, which shocker, yet another screwy finish to a main event. And Logan comes back out, and he acts like he's going to help Punk. He puts the brass knuckles on. I was like, yeah, let's get it over with. He's going to punches Punk. And again, Paul Heyman does his shocked face. Like anytime anybody gets attacked in his midst, he has this big shocked face like, how could you do this? And then we get the slow reaction of him pulling the brass knuckles off and handing them to Paul Heyman. And that's how we end Raw. And I was like, oh.
Logan Paul, Phil?
I have zero interest in this. And I know it's probably just for the War Games match. You need somebody to replace Rollins in the War Games match. If you've been following the reports from Dave, the heel team for the War Games match is reportedly going to be, it's supposed to be Division, Brock Lesnar, and Austin Theory. Now that Rollins isn't there, it's potentially going to be Logan Paul, what's left of the division, which is the two Bronze. I'm assuming Brock Lesnar, and potentially Austin Theory. Well, first of all, the team is all over the place.
Yes. Even you describing it right now, I'm like, what?
That team is all over the place. I mean, it makes sense for Brock to be there, even though, again, no interest in Brock. But it makes sense for Brock to be there because at least you have the connection to Paul Heyman and Division.
Right.
Okay. You got the ties to Austin Theory because Austin Theory was in Seth Rollins' other faction when he was the Monday Night Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
The build to this is not good. And adding Logan Paul, I know a lot of people did not like when I said this. When they added Logan Paul, I was like, look, man, I know a lot of people don't like my guy. They might have been underappreciated a little bit, man. Because this is what we have to suffer to when this guy, as soon as this guy leaves, we're going in the Logan Paul direction. This is what WWE always does. We need a name. We can't just go with a logical progression. It would have made all the sense in the world to just go, okay, we'll just have Braun as the leader of the heel team. Nope, that's not a big enough name. We got to go get Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm. The poster's not going to look good with Braun on the other side. We need Logan Paul to be the head of this team on the other side.
Yeah. This was not good. I thought the opening and closing segment of Raw were not good, and I think they think they could just throw a name in there and do what they do, and it just hasn't worked for them for most of the year. You see with WrestlePalooza, they tried to throw Brock in the mix and it didn't work. I think they're trying to do the same thing here, and they're going to try to throw Brock in this match as well, and it's just not interesting, man. I think they got to do something different, man. You got to try something different, man.
It's the thing I was complaining about last week with Blood and Guts. Like, it's November. They need to have War Games. So they're just like figuring out how to put people in there. And like the heat's not totally behind it because you're adding in new players that don't have as much heat. And you're just trying to, like you're saying, Phil, make it a star power match. And like the thing, the reason behind the War Games is heat and these guys, you can't keep these people apart and fighting and blood and all these things, and star power is not what it is. Like, we know that's what how WWE does it, but it's the reason that this match is feeling like it's feeling right now. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just because it's in November and we got to do it. It's also really funny now thinking about it, they're going to do both these matches in the same month. I guess that's another story for another day.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, look, I know that some of this is because of the Rollins injury, so they had to change direction. This is different if the division is still intact in the way that it was, because you have been building up to this all year. But, this was dire. I think not only was I not interested in Logan Paul's addition to this, but Punk's reaction to all of this as cookie cutter baby face that acts like he's never been betrayed before and like he didn't know where this was going. I thought all of that was stupid. Like, why would Punk trust Logan Paul after all of this? Like, that made no sense. It just wasn't good.
Even old school 10 years ago, babyface CM Punk would never trust Logan Paul. It just doesn't make sense for his character to do that.
And this is the guy that all the way at the beginning of the year, he told Cody, hey, man, once you get that belt, a target is on your back. You have no friend. You're going to trust this guy that wasn't even your friend?
Oh, now all of a sudden you're friends with Logan Paul? That doesn't make sense at all.
Nothing about that made sense. Paul Driver finisher says, LeBron. The LeBrons.
Listen. That's why, Phil. No, I see why you don't like this team.
This was this added this made me less interested in the build to the men's War Games match. I think the stuff that they've started to build towards with the women has been at least better.
Yes.
Because on the same show they got Becky cutting, I thought, a great promo, and then she's getting ready to walk up the ramp and she runs into the Kabuki Warriors and she has like to stare off with Asuka, which is clearly setting up Becky and the Kabuki Warriors being on the same team. Mm-hmm. They're going to be on the heel team. And again, all of that stuff. And you've also started to build towards the stuff of adding Charlotte and Alexa to the mix with the segment last night, which was really funny. I don't think this is that hard because, I mean, like you said, we are going to get to this point where, yeah, we've got to start building to the War Games match. It feels formulaic, but at least make it entertaining. And I think the stuff that they've done with the women is at least entertaining. I don't think any of the stuff we got this week with the men was entertaining.
Yeah, I think that's
let me rephrase that. I didn't enjoy it.
Right. Yeah, I think that's a better way to say it because some people probably do like Logan Paul and we're into all this stuff, you know?
Yeah. Send us your super chats. Let us know. Maybe you felt different about this segment with Logan Paul. Be sure to tell me I'm wrong if you feel so. You can also send us your Humper Chats, humperchats.com/Fightful.
And I'm very curious to know if there's somebody out there that's like, nah, fucks with that. That was hard. I'm really looking forward to Logan Paul potentially getting his title shot. I also hate how the first quote I saw from Logan Paul was you lost in UFC 2 times and I fought, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, let's not try to do this real shoot shit in here. That's annoying.
We're still doing the you lost in MMA thing. Yo, y'all got to get some new material against Punk, bro. Like,
honestly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Honestly.
And I think the other part with Logan Paul that is just throwing me off is not so much that I think that he seems like a terribly unlikable person in real life. His wrestling character is just not interesting. It just feels like Logan Paul as a wrestler. And I think for as long as he's been doing this, nothing about that segment was like, oh, he's gonna come out here and he's gonna say something like, oh, that was a burn, he got him. No, it all felt very awkward. None of it felt like, oh man, Logan's gonna come out here and he's gonna say something scathing. No. Again, it all felt very safe. And I think that's the worst place to be at when you've got a guy like Punk.
And like Logan Paul, what he represents, he also has a little bit of that. He should have a little bit of that unpredictability of like, what the fuck is this guy gonna do? But he's kind of been playing the same character for like 2 or 3 years at this point. And it's like, it's the same of like, I got more money to you. I'm cooler than you. I'm better than you. I do all this. And it's like, what else though?
Yeah.
So. There more Humper Chats?
I believe we have some more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got some more from Tony P. He says the women are really carrying things with the strengths of Atlas on Raw. The same can't be said on SmackDown. The U.S. title is doing the heavy lifting there and will suffer again when it stops. We had a tease of Jade, Charlotte, and Lash on the main roster call up. Yeah, that's right. We did get Lash. Lash came out to help Nia Jax win her match against Charlotte Flair. It sure seems like they're putting Lash and Nia together as a tag team. I don't mind that. I think their segment together afterwards worked. It does seem like they do the put someone with Nia option quite a bit, but I think it's fine. Good for Lash.
I kind of thought that maybe Lash would have worked better with Jade, but I understand what they're doing. I get it.
I don't think they should put anybody with Jade. I think they should just let Jade be on her own. I think that because Jade did the big 3 thing and the tag team thing for so long, I think at this point, just let her be on herself. Like, don't try to redo the baddies. Don't put her in another tag team. Just let her be a singles wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Interested to see how they move with Jade moving forward.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if the squashing thing, how sustainable it is in a WWE setting, but we'll see.
Yes. Tony P also says, also Charlotte really has a strong aura. Hate to say it, but when she came out, looked at Jade, then walked past her while paying her no mind, it kind of made Jade look like a geek for a bit. It kind of undermined Jade after she went into her that bitch bag. I don't think it undermined Jade, but I think that it did what it was supposed to do for Charlotte, because Charlotte is looking at it like, oh, Oh, you finally won a championship. That's cool. I've done that multiple times. I've seen it all. I've been to WrestleMania. I've wrestled the best there is. That's it. You won a championship, and now I'm supposed to be worried about you. Okay, I'll see you later.
Yeah, no, I kind of like that. I kind of like that energy from Charlotte of like, you're that bitch. Like, prove it. Like, you want to? I mean, if we're talking about who's that, I'm that. I've done all these things, so show me.
Yeah, I've seen it all. I've done all there is to do for women in this industry. I'm not worried about you because you won a title. I like that, and I also, again, that's also why I liked it so much that Jade got so mad at it in response, and she stood back there the whole time, like, nah, like, who are you to even interrupt me? I'm still standing here through your whole entrance. I'm gonna force you to acknowledge me. Yeah, I liked all of that. I think that's a great way to build towards the Charlotte match, and it should feel that way because Charlotte is a stalwart in the division.
She is.
Like, Charlotte has had all the big matches. It should feel like a big match when you put Jade next to her.
Like, you do have to go through Charlotte if you want to be that bitch for real. Yeah. And that's what Charlotte's saying.
Yes. So I liked all of that. I think that Tony's right. Charlotte, in the moment, you can tell that she's been there before.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think that worked a lot for her. Boy, it's very telling what it could do for somebody when you take them out of the title picture. When nobody wanted them out of the title picture. Because I continue to say the problem with Charlotte's return was that nobody wanted to see her win the Royal Rumble and get a title match immediately. If you had just brought Charlotte back and put her in the Rumble, and then you did something else like this where she was a part of the show and then you built up to the title match, then it would have been different.
Yeah, I think that's the distinction that people don't realize. It wasn't that Charlotte got the title match. It was with how and quickly she got it. People want to see Charlotte in title matches bad. They want her to be a contender. They want her to hover around because of what she represents. I don't think that was the problem. Like, it's not that they don't want her here. They just didn't want her here at that time.
Yeah, I think it was, and I just think it was a disconnect with the way she was being presented coming back, and like, oh, I don't care what anybody says, you know, I'm not going to cower in front of anybody. My legacy is my legacy, and like, I'm a winner. And sometimes that upsets people. So okay, then why are you coming back and then winning and going, hey guys, I just want you to like me? And it's like, but no, if you were going to do that, come back as a heel. And she clearly didn't want to go in that direction, or there was a disconnect. So why did you do those vignettes coming into the Rumble where it made it seem like she was going to come back as this arrogant heel? And then she comes back and wins, and it's like, hey guys, I had a really hard time, man. I just want you guys to know I had such a hard time getting back to the ring. And those two things just don't really work together.
No, not the story you're trying to tell. Like, do you want us to boo us or you want us to cheer us? Because you're giving us conflicting stories.
Yeah. So I think this has worked in her favor, getting out of the title picture for a while, doing something in the tag division that people are enjoying. People seem to like the dynamic between her and Alexa. She needed this. I think that this has helped her quite a bit. So that now when she does get a title match, it's going to be different. I still don't think people are going to be happy if she wins the title match.
No.
But you still gotta get us there, man. You gotta get us, you gotta build the anticipation for it. You can't just come back and go, here's Charlotte, here's a title match.
She's so funny.
Yeah, her reaction to Jade was very funny. Charlotte's reaction to a bunch of things at this point are funny. When she did the kip up, and then she was like, almost fell, guys. You see that? Almost fell.
I like when she's at this moment of like kind of not taking, she still takes herself very serious, but when she doesn't take herself as serious, you feel like you like can relate to her and she feels like a different character. That's the Charlotte that needs to come out, that she was trying to get out when she was doing the babyface thing, but it wasn't working at the time.
People were not feeling it, man. We're not feeling it. And you got to read the room when it's time to do it and when it's not, man. Like, yeah, that segment is just going to be burned in my brain for the rest of this year. I feel like trying to smile and grin through it and just like, Chicago. Like, it's like, wait.
When she tried to blame it on Chicago, I'm like, I don't think this is Chicago's fault. They're just seeing through your bullshit, though.
They were not trying to hear it, bro. That crowd was not trying to hear it.
Like, Chicago's the worst wrestling fans they are. All right, Charlotte.
I know some people now have turned around on that segment because of her Players Tribune article. I still find that segment really funny. A lot of things about her funny. Tiffany walking out and like pounding her chest still hilarious to me. Woo!
Oh man, wrestling is funny.
Yeah, Charlotte. What's that, Tiffany? I can't hear you.
Oh my god. Oh.
Big Chaz. No, she's coming back for a title match. It's inevitable. And I do think this is the match for Jay. She needs one of these big matches at this point. Like, she's been in the division long enough. It's time to start getting to the big matchups.
Yeah, and I think of all the people you need to get like a big, somebody's going to help them through match, Charlotte's probably the most important one, honestly.
Yeah. Tony also says, now right, the right woman won Green/Julia. However, Chelsea should have never lost it. That's what I said, to Selena in the first place. And Julia shouldn't have been put in the position either. It feels like she is about to head down the same path WWE led with Shinsuke. Yeah, but see, Shinsuke also had bigger highs up to that point than Julia's had. Like, Shinsuke had like a really good run in NXT. He had a better run in NXT than Julia did. 2-time NXT champion, had that great feud with Joe. Then he also had the Royal Rumble win before it started going downhill. They haven't even gotten to the peaks of this before we started going to the valleys.
I mean, Shinsuke started out with the classic with Sami Zayn, and like they rode that high for a while. It was way different. They had essentially established him in the company and in the brand before it kind of started to wane off. But he would already like started padding his resume with a lot of the WWE accomplishments when he had got there. It's a little bit different.
Still one of my favorite Royal Rumble wins because I just didn't think he was going to win. I was so happy when he won. I still think that was the wrong call. I think they should have put the belt on him. That was probably the best chance to make him world champion, and they didn't.
That WrestleMania match that they had on a fucking platter that could have been a fucking classic, and it was not.
Yeah. Now when Shinsuke is saying things like, I still want to be world champion, and people are not taking him seriously.
No.
Like, I hate what they've done to my guy, man. Hate what they've done to him. Even like he's now part of this this tournament, and people are like, well, what is Shinsuke doing there? He has history with Cena. That's the point of like a lot of the people that are entrants, they have history with Cena.
It's called history.
That's why Nakamura's here.
That's why the Miz is here.
Yeah. That's the part we didn't talk about that coming out of Saturday Night Main Event. They did announce during Saturday Night Main Event that there will be a 16-man tournament to decide who John Cena's final opponent will be. That's a way to get there, definitely. But I think it's good. Look, I'm never going to be mad at a tournament. Tournaments are always fun. I just think that it just shows where they are with the end of this farewell tour and how they've had to try to hobble this thing together. I don't know why they waited this long to do something like this, where they just had John Cena record something and then they played it for the weeks he's not there, because I thought that worked really well for Saturday Night Main Event. And it's just like, well, you've got this guy here a bunch of times, just have him film some things and then you can play them throughout the year.
I saw what you said on the hump, and that's exactly what it should be. Film this guy like Michael Jordan, film him a 3-hour clip and just randomly drop it throughout the year. They should have been dropping. John Cena should have been featured on the show the whole year. Like you're saying, like they should have had shit in the can, had little backstage segments, all kind of stuff where it's like, here's Cena. We got this little thing. He's talking to this person. He's doing this. Like, he should have never not been mentioned on a show all year with this retirement run.
Yes. So the last time now tournament is going to start Monday in John Cena's hometown. Not really his hometown. His hometown is West Newbury. But in Boston, Massachusetts. That's one of John's final appearances. He's only got 3 appearances left, guys. That one, Survivor Series, and then, of course, Saturday Night Main Event on December 13th. So the tournament will start next week in Boston, Massachusetts. And then, of course, the retirement match will be December 13th, Washington, D.C.
Who's winning this, Phil? Do you know? Do you have a pick?
I don't know. My sentimental pick that I want it to be is Carmelo, but I don't think Carmelo's winning this tournament.
I don't know what direction they're gonna go with it, because like I see a lot of people saying Gunther, but it's like, yeah, but also I don't know for the final match if that's the way that they want to go. But then I see other people in the tournament, and I'm like, they shouldn't do that. So there's a bunch of like eliminated just being on the bracket people in there. I just don't know what direction they're trying to go with it.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't have a bracket.
Yes.
According to Dave Meltzer, he's saying that they didn't want to put the bracket out right away because they have some surprises planned. They don't want to give away the surprises. Based on the segment we got last night on SmackDown, that seems to be true because they announced 2 matches on Raw. I think that the matches on Raw, well, I don't have to guess. I can look it up. But they announced 2 matches on Raw, and then they announced 2 matches for SmackDown. They announced LA Knight, and then when Nick Aldis was getting ready to reveal his opponent, he said he's going to keep that to keep it a surprise. And so, yeah, that leads me to believe we don't have the full bracket because they want to keep the surprises.
Wonder what these surprises are going to be.
In the lead up to this, he teased in the vignette that they aired on Saturday Night Main Event that it's going to be some opponents from SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and even some people who don't work here. And so when I thought that, I was like, okay, so TNA.
Because people are like AEW, and it's like he's not talking about AEW, guys. Stop. He's not talking about Adam Copeland. Copeland is not going to be one of these guys.
It's not going to be Edge. It's not going to be like Jericho. Jericho still got like 2 months left on his contract. I think his contract's over at the end of this year. So I don't think it'll be Copeland. I don't think it'll be Edge. But they showed a lot of people in the vignette that are like opponents he has history with. So like Rusev was up there. Rusev has already had a match announced. Sheamus was in there. Dominic Mysterio, Damian Priest, Shinsuke. And so, yeah, it's leading a direction. I just, okay. This does not have all of the matches in it. But last night, interesting enough, LA Knight versus the mystery opponent. And then Jey Uso versus The Miz. That's a interesting matchup. I don't know. All right.
Them two together, you're saying, Phil? And they get a prize afterwards? Jesus.
Yeah, the Raw matches that were announced were Damian Priest versus Rusev and Sheamus versus Shinsuke Nakamura.
Okay. I like those matches.
Now, of course, with the history thing, Damian Priest is like a new guy that you can put against Cena. He hasn't had a Cena match, but of course, Rusev has a ton of history with John Cena. With the the U.S. title win and like what that did to Rusev. I've said story-wise, if you want to tell a story, because that's what a lot of we're telling stories. I think the best story here is Rusev winning the tournament, because Rusev could come out of this with his Redeemer character from AEW, which he's basically been doing in WWE, and just be like, man, at one point I was at the peak of my career. I was U.S. champion. I had my wife by my side, and then something happened. I lost to John Cena, and that completely changed the trajectory of my career. Everything changed after that loss. I went through a lot to get back to this point. I had to go away and come back. And he's not going to retire until I redeem that loss.
Right.
And I think the story there makes a ton of sense, but I don't think they're going to do it.
It's not going to happen. Could be if they wanted to, but probably not.
Yeah, I think the story there makes a lot of sense. And it's not a matter. I apologize for finisher saying no one wants that. I'm just saying that there's a ready-made story there. And I think if you told the story, people would be interested in it.
Right.
And I don't think they've done a hell of a lot of like great storytelling with Rusev since he's come back. I think this is an easy opportunity to tell a story with him and get some heat on him. Sheamus, of course, history with him. Like I said, Nakamura famously had the match with John Cena before the Royal Rumble match, and John Cena was one of the final four in that Royal Rumble match when Nakamura won.
Yeah, a lot of history there.
Jey Uso, of course, that one he's eliminated John Cena this year in the Royal Rumble. The Miz, of course, had his infamous WrestleMania feud with John Cena, and then he had the mixed tag match with John Cena at WrestleMania and Nikki Bella.
Right. Damn.
Who the mystery opponent for LA Knight? I'm assuming Joe Hendry, right?
Oh yeah, because Joe Hendry has talked about wanting this too. With all they've been saying about outside talent and all this, Joe Hendry probably does make the most sense here. Is he going to be
Joe Hendry? Joe Hendry's been asking for this match since last year. He's been asking for this match since he was TNA champion. He told a story, I think, during a Sports Illustrated interview where he was saying that John Cena is the first wrestler that he had ever spoken to. It's a great story, and I think that WWE should capitalize on it and do like a vignette or something, because he was saying how his friend went to a meet and greet to meet John Cena, but he wasn't there. So his friend called Joe and he put John on the phone with him for like 10 minutes. And like that was one of the big inspirations for him to become a wrestler. When he tried out for WWE, he had that on his mind. When he met John Cena for the first time, he told John Cena that story. And so now that John's retiring, he's like this is his chance to like finally manifest a match with him.
That's a good story. If he beats LA Knight, people are going to be so fucking mad.
Yeah. That's why I think it's going to be Joe Hendry, but LA Knight is probably going to win. I don't see them doing Joe Hendry versus LA Knight and then LA Knight losing.
I wouldn't think so.
Other options, I think Cardona makes a lot of sense for a surprise opponent. Of course, him and Cena have a lot of history together. I mean, Zack Ryder have the infamous like Eve Torres storyline, and Zack getting rolled off of the stage by Kane. Cena just mentioned Cardona earlier this year in the pipe bomb, where his mock pipe bomb.
If they talking about putting a AAA guy in there, they could put Del Rio in there. Him and Cena have a lot of history.
I don't think we'll see Del Rio.
You don't think so?
I don't think we'll see Del Rio. I think the guy from AAA to put in a tournament is Vikingo. Like, and I think that there's some easy options for him because he's a heel now. Penta was in the vignette for this tournament. I think Penta versus Vikingo would be heat. But I know that's not what they're looking for with these kind of tournament matches. But I think if you want like a big match for Penta in the tournament and an easy win for a guy that's not with WWE to just move forward on, I think Vikingo makes a lot of sense. Even if you're just going to do a rematch with Dom in the tournament, I think that makes sense.
They could go a few ways with this. It depends on who's going to get put over in the end, who's going to win these matches.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Gunther. I think like guys that this would mean a lot to. Gunther, of course. Braun.
Yep.
Braun makes a lot of sense to win it. I know a lot of people want this Gunther match though, so I don't know.
That's when I was saying just when they started, as soon as they started talking about John Cena's retirement, they were like, Gunther is a good one to be there.
Yeah, I think they should have done the Gunther match early in the year. We wasted matches early on that could have been the Gunther match.
I mean, I've been talking about him. Realistically, LA Knight could get the rub here too. If they don't want to give him a title win, maybe give him this win.
I kind of feel like it's going to be a heel though, because the person that retires John Cena, especially if they pin him, they're going to get booed.
Definitely.
So you want somebody that can play into the heat of that. Like Drew was also one of the people that was in the vignette. Drew winning it and getting booed, he would get a lot out of that, for example. And that's why I said Rusev is also a good story, because you can get a lot of heat on Rusev coming out of that. Like Gunther makes a lot of sense as well. Gunther just like destroying Cena. Like I don't think Cena's getting squashed, but like just the idea of Gunther just destroying this guy and getting booed, that would work really well for him.
I think if they want to get some heat, some real heat on somebody, that's what they should do. I don't know if they will though. Just have him kind of do the Brock style SummerSlam match and just beat his ass and send him on his way.
Yeah. Who are other options? Yeah, I know we talked about the Oba as an entrant earlier. I don't want Oba in this tournament because I just know where this is going. It's going to turn into people and raising the expectations. Oh, Oba's got to win now. And then the second he loses, oh, well, see, he's already a flop. And it's like, just don't put him in that position.
He's not going to win. I don't think he's going to be the one to get the rub, the last rub.
Yeah, and even if he does enter the tournament and win, then it's going to be, okay, he's got to win a Rumble now. He's got to do this. And it's like, they got to be careful with this Oba call up, because people are already setting their high expectations way too high.
Super high for I know what you guys think in what his trajectory. Still a black man wrestler. Don't forget. That's where you have to start.
Yeah. Somebody from NXT is going to be in this because they've announced somebody from NXT will be in it.
Him or Trick at this point.
Trick makes sense. Ethan Page makes sense as well. I think Ethan entering as North American champion makes a lot of sense. And Ethan is a guy that could lose as well, because that's the thing. You don't want to put somebody like Ricky in. You don't want to give Ricky the loss.
No. Yeah, I think Ethan could take that loss and it would mean something, even in the loss.
Yeah. Boy, Del Rio. On the chat again. Del Rio in this tournament would be wild.
They got history, I'm telling you.
No.
What about Punk?
But he's not. I don't think he's in the tournament.
No.
I mean, I would love it if that was the last match and we could just erase the Saudi Arabia match, but
I'm saying, like, forget about that.
I don't think they're gonna do that.
What about like Orton or something stupid like that?
Orton could be in there. I'm surprised that I don't think he was one of the guys in the video yet, unless I forgot. Yeah, Austin Theory is another guy we didn't mention. He could be in there.
Yeah,
that could be the way to bring him back to TV in case he's in a War Games match. I've seen some people say Jeff Hardy as well. That'd be a nice surprise. I kind of feel like they're not going to bring Jeff back until they bring Matt back. I feel like they're going to bring the Hardys back as a tag team
together.
They could do Nemeth.
Yeah, he could be in that slot against LA Knight. That would make sense too.
Yeah, he seems like he's not interested in doing any of the WWE stuff, at least from the clips I've seen of him from Busted Open. But he could be just saying that.
Yeah, he's not as thirsty as a lot of people usually are for this spot.
Yeah. Nikki Bella. I will say the way that they're handling Nikki Bella's stuff on Raw has been pretty good. I mean, it's very clear she's probably going to turn heel, but I think the way we're getting there is interesting.
Yeah, her new kind of after that the Becky stuff and kind of while people are talking about it, I think she came back with a new lease on her wrestling life, and it's been like pretty up from there.
Yeah, but I do think this is leading to her turning heel. Probably gonna wrestle Stephanie at some point.
Right.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, my hope is Carmelo. I would like to see Carmelo win. I don't believe that that's happening. My realistic pick, it's hard to make a realistic pick when we don't have a bracket. And based off the 8 names we have so far, I don't think any of those guys are winning.
No, nobody that I saw announced so far is winning this.
I don't think so. Gunther makes a lot of sense, but
that's my pick.
We have
for
to see.
right
I think
now.
the matchups change a lot, so I think we'll see. I think we'll see when we see some more matchups.
Because, like, if they announce Gunther for it, nobody's going to beat him in this tournament. You know what I mean? There's no way that they're going to let anybody beat him, I feel.
It depends. That's what I'm saying. It depends on the matchups. It depends on how these things are laid out in the bracket. But yeah, they're trying to get us with this whole anything can happen, guys. Anybody can show up. Anybody that can show up from wrestlers that we have for relationship. That's what I'm feeling.
Yes, under contract some way.
Somebody from Noah would be kind of wild. They have been partnered with Noah. That'd be kind of good. Yeah,
Marufuji.
Marufuji shows up on Raw.
He already did the DDT.
That'd be wild. Yeah, he's champion now. He won a championship this morning. Beat Kenta. So if he's showing up as champion.
Wrestling is so weird.
See, I don't see it though. Goldberg is a surprise entrant after all of this.
Goldberg. People would actually like that though.
What they?
I think so. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Wait, am I wrong? I thought Marufuji won this morning. Am I wrong? Like Glizzy God saying I'm wrong.
Wow. Too much wrestling for me.
Yeah, I was watching the New Japan show this morning. I didn't watch the Noah show. Yeah, Glizzy God is saying Inamaru won.
Oh, gotcha.
So, yeah. Sorry, I thought I saw that Marufuji won. My bad. Or Humper Chef. Cool. Yeah, I think anything is possible with this Saudi show when people are like, "Oh, this person will never come back, bro." I wouldn't be surprised if Goldberg is on that show.
I don't think it's over for him. They got Shawn Michaels out of retirement. Anything could happen.
No. Yeah, check is a check. Check is a check, buddy. Yeah. As we've seen with a lot of things recently with wrestlers, yeah, check is a check. I just want people to be careful. A lot of people that I've seen that are taking that power slap check. Just be careful, man. The Zicky Dice story where Zicky was talking about going over there and doing it, and like he's got like a broken orbital and all this other stuff. I mean, the way he told the story was hilarious because it's Zicky Dice, but I was like, guys, I don't know if that check is worth it, man. Like, be careful. Everybody be careful.
They're preying on independent wrestlers. It sucks because they're like, here's a big fucking payday one time. You just have to do this and you can make $5,000 to $10,000. And these people aren't making $5,000 to $10,000 in one shot. So they're like, I'm in, but it's fucking dangerous, you guys.
Yeah. Very, very. Yeah, scary. I didn't see the Zeta Shang thing, Tony, but yeah, bro, just letting somebody hit you open hand like that, it's dangerous. That's why I don't know if that payday is worth it, man. But I feel y'all, man. Just be safe, everybody. Yeah, but if you haven't seen it, Zicky Dice tells the story on the Good Brothers podcast, and it is hilarious. Zicky's hilarious, bro. But yeah, the injuries that he listed off from it were not funny at all.
Instant concussions.
Yeah. You could not pay me enough money to do Power Slap. I'm good.
Nah,
no thanks. Let's see, from Tony P. I think I read this one. Sorry. Read that one.
Mm-hmm.
He says, I do wonder when it's time for her to resign, if Rossi will convince her to stay so he can still have access to EO. I also hope people stop falling for the quote unquote push carrot when their contract is about to be up in WWE. We've seen what happened after skipping NXT. Yeah, it's weird, some of the games they're playing over there with folks. I don't know.
Super weird.
More from Tony P. He says, AEW had a very good show this week. However, you won't know it because of the people criticizing the new belt. I understand, though, AEW had the international belt as a traveling belt. Then you have the plot hole for some of, can it be split from the United States belt? I do think the United title is here to stay, and the new one is to make up for the loss in international belt. However, the timing of it is bad as well. Overall, AEW has shoehorned too many things in such a short time, mucking up the storytelling flow.
Yeah, the discourse around the belt was frustrating because we've talked about it many times on how AEW fans get super defensive, man. You can't even start to try to say something criticized in AEW or say anything bad before they're on your ass and they're on your back and they're saying, well, why don't you talk the same about WWE? And why don't you? It's pretty frustrating, man. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, I didn't get involved in any of the discourse. I saw it from afar. But yeah, I thought AEW had a pretty good week, all things considered.
Yeah.
Coming out of the way that we both criticized the women's blood and guts build up to this point, I thought that they did a good job on Collision. The vignette that they aired on Collision was really good. I thought the video package put over how big of a moment this is for the women's division. It made the women's match feel bigger than the men's match.
It did.
And I just think that they've got to deliver now. They've got to give the match time. And we'll see. The Dynamite next week is going to be 2.5 hours. I read.
Extended episode. They actually are putting both of the matches on the show, it sounds like. And yeah, since we were last here, they have announced the full women's team, both sides teams. And they kind of went with what we talked about last week of adding some star power to this. They added in Stat, Mercedes, Tony Storm. Like, the fields are fucking stacked. Initially, Queen Aminata was a part of it, but they figured out that she is going to be out of the match. She was out of the match this week and out of that match. But the replacement with Mina, I think we talked about it last week. I thought that the women's match was going to be better last week than the men's match, but now I'm confirmed that I think the women's match is going to be better than the men's blood and guts match, just because of the build up, people who are involved, everything kind of surrounding it. I think they are going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, they did announce the lineups. Big stacked lineup, 66. We were expecting 5 women teams.
Right.
For the baby faces, we're going with Jamie Hayter, Willow Nightingale, Harley Cameron, Timeless Tony Storm, Mina Shirakawa in for Queen Aminata, and Chris Statlander.
Wow. Crazy squad.
Yeah, as you said, Aminata is not cleared. Unfortunate because she's been such a big part of this story getting up to this point. Sucks that she's not cleared like right at the last minute, the week before Blood and Guts.
Damn, especially what her and Jamie Hayter did as a tag team. Like, I was looking forward to seeing what kind of destruction they were going to cause inside of Blood and Guts.
Yeah, and her and Tekla really started this entire thing. So
right, yeah,
really sucks that she's not getting a chance to finish the story.
Get well soon, Amanada.
Yeah. On the other side, we got Triangle of Madness. That's the trio of Julia Hart, Sky Blue, and Tekla, along with Megan Bain, Marina Shafir, and Mercedes Moné. I'm assuming that Marina is taking Penelope's spot, as she is in the tag team tournament as well.
Yeah, it feels like it. Feels like they were, because they keep pushing, like, we had to shift so much stuff with Penelope and the blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I hear you, but like, it's just one slotted person. But they kind of fell into something good the last couple of weeks of Megan Bain and Marina together, with kind of Mox looming over them. I think it's been really good for Marina to get kind of, because she's been so in the Death Riders mix that she hasn't interacted with a lot of these women that she's going to interact with in this Blood and Guts match. So I think it's going to be a good little different addition to what they're going to present in this match.
Yeah. I think the lineups look really good. I think it was the right call to add both Statlander and Mercedes in the mix to add the build to the women's match, the women's title match of Full Gear here. You've also added another highlight for the year for Mercedes. Mercedes has done a few of these first ever matches, and it just feels right putting her in this kind of big stipulation match, especially, for what she represents for AEW, and what she has represented for women's wrestling for years now. So that was a pleasant surprise for me. I did not expect to see Mercedes in the match. So that's big. I think that adds a lot to this. Very curious to how much she is going to play into the hardcore stuff in the match. I don't expect Mercedes to bleed or something crazy like that, but very interested to see how that's going to play out.
That's what most people were saying when they heard that a Mercedes was announced. They're like, is she going to bleed? What's she going to do? She going to play a part of this? That's the intrigue for me, is because we've seen her in so many just straight up one-on-one matches or even multi-women matches where it's just all wrestling. There's no plunder. They barely go to the outside of the ring. Like, when she wrestles, it's about what happens in this ring. We've seen her in some Hell in a Cell matches. We've seen her in some hardcore bouts before, but this is going to play something different. The different women, the different elements, really surprising, interesting bit of having Mercedes added in there. That's an intriguing addition.
The lineup itself, this is a great lineup. Like I said, the video package they aired on Collision was really good. I thought this was one of the better episodes of Collision we've got in a while as well. Like you said, the tag match we got, Marina and Megan versus Noel and her tag partner that I'm drawing a blank on at the moment.
Miranda Alizé.
Miranda Alizé. Yeah, Miranda Alizé. That was good. And then the main event was fire. Man. But I mean, Bandito. This is the year of Bandito, man.
I watched that main event like 3 times since that shit happened last Saturday. Like, the way that these two luchadors put together stuff that we still don't see this on a regular basis, like the kind of crazy innovative action that they did. And to put this match together, another addition to Bandito's resume, amazing, tremendous work from both guys. And I'd like to see a part 3. Bandito, there's a couple people fighting up there for Wrestler of the Year. He's doing some incredible stuff, though.
Yeah. This was really good. Dorada had a few of those this year as well. I thought he performed really well every time AEW gave him the spot, and this was another one. I thought that he and Bandito knocked it out of the park in Collision. Then we got the actual stuff on Dynamite. I thought that the tag match on Dynamite was heat, man. I thought that easily the best match of the tournament so far. Athena and Mercedes took on Willow and Harley Cameron in the first round matchup for the AEW Women's World Tag Team Tournament. Man, what a match. This match was so good. just like some of the tag team moves in it, some of the near falls, just everything about it. Just a great match.
Yeah, this is what the match I kind of wish would have started the tournament, because it really gave off the vibes. It felt like there was some extra something behind it. Like they're fighting for something. There's meaning behind this match, and that's what the women's tag team championships represented. The Mercedes and Athena bits where they have a couple of tag team moves and they're in sync and they're cooking. I was like, oh shit, I really like this. I don't think this is a long-term thing, but they might have locked into something. Like when they just have great chemistry together. We saw it in their one-on-one match, but even here as a tag team, I'm like, if they were to eventually go on and win those belts, they'd be great at it, because the bits in here that they started to cook were great. But this showed me again that Willow Nightingale is being underutilized in this company, and as a face of what this division could be, anytime she starts cooking and the crowd gets behind her and she's pouncing people and she's fucking doctor bombing people, you see it, Phil. You can feel what she could represent for this division and for this company if really given the ball.
Yeah, that clip of her from the Pro Wrestling Eve show that's been going around since last night. I'm like, bro, people love Willow, man. You've got to give her the big win eventually. I do like that. I correctly predicted coming into this match, this was the way to keep the storyline or the through line of that Willow kind of has Athena and Mercedes number. Yep. I did not expect Harley to be the one that got the pin here. That was interesting, but like I said, the match itself was great. Like you said, some of the tag team moves we got here, Athena doing the moneymaker on Mercedes into that splash. That was fire. Some of the other moves set up, but I never expected Athena and Mercedes to win this match. It's funny because I saw people saying like, "Oh, the first two matches were bracket busters." I predicted both of those matches, so my bracket is still intact.
Yeah, this was, like I said, I want them to cook, but I never expected them to win. You needed the big kind of underdog win out of Willow and Harley to kind of etch what this tournament's going to be about. And I think there's a deeper story to be told with Mercedes and Athena leading into the future of what both of those belts represent. But it was that they wanted to have Willow be kind of she's the one of the Achilles heel for both of these women, and she's given them both of a fight. And for her to be an upset for the both of them, I think tells a really good story. And Harley too, because Harley's been in stuff with Mercedes and been terrorized by Athena before, so this makes sense. Like you, I didn't expect her to get the victory over Athena, but they're setting up something. They set up that ROH women's title match in 2 weeks, so it's a even more story than just the tag match.
Yeah, you got Billy Starks in the mix. You got more with Statlander coming down. That visual to start the match of Harley being happy to be there, and the whole time Mercedes is in the background like, I am so sick of this chick. Get her out of here.
Yeah, I like that Billy did get involved, because that's what the story was when people are like, well, why isn't Billy in the match with Athena? Her coming down to be like, I should have been in this match with Athena, and kind of throwing everything off was great before Stat took her fucking head off. Really, that match, man, that was just a great match. I hope this, again, isn't the end of Athena on the fucking main shows, because she's so great in every moment that she's on there.
Every time they bring her up to the main show, she kills it. It just shows that she's ready. She's just ready to move on from ROH.
Yep, been ready. At minimum a year, she's been ready.
Yeah, I really love the tag match. I really love how they use the tag match also to help build to the stuff in the Blood and Guts match. We got the stuff with the standoff at the end. We got some stuff with Tony. Tony on commentary was hilarious when she got attacked by Marina and she was making those noises like, help, Shivani, help me. And Shivani is sitting there the whole time just looking like, what do you want me to do?
Put Tony Schiavone in that position was fucking hilarious. But she's great again in those points. You realize why she's been inserted into the Blood and Guts match too, just because she adds so much in little moments like that.
Yeah, and that was during the qualifying match. That was Mina. That was also supposed to be Amanada's spot against Megan Bain.
Yeah.
Megan Bain picked up the win here. So two people from each team need to win to gain the advantage. That's the rule, right?
Yep.
So the Death Riders already have the advantage because they won 2 of their matches.
Wanted to see that Roddy and fucking John Moxley match though. I love how Mox has been in with the big hoopers recently, like Roddy and like Kyle. It's really added an element onto this. But yeah, there's one more women's match I think on Collision tonight for the advantage.
Correct. But yeah, I thought that all the stuff that they done. Wait a minute. So wait, when is this Roddy match then? If it's not tonight.
But if they got the advantage already, they don't need to do the match then, right? Is that what the stipulation was? Or do we still get the match?
No. So Roddy and Mox is tonight. That's why I was confused.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, what are you talking about? Like the Roddy match is tonight. So
it's
we got 2 matches. We got 2 matches already. So Darby won his match. Match, and then Claudio won his match.
Oh, right. So it's 1-1. So we are getting both matches tonight then. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, the Roddy Mox match is tonight. Sorry, I confused you because I said they already won.
Yeah, I was like, what?
But yeah, so yeah, we've got one more women's match tonight, or 2 more women's matches tonight, right?
Oh yeah, because they only did one on the show. Yeah. That's also
we got 2.
Complicated.
We're gonna get this together. So yeah, the rule is because there are 3 qualifying matches.
Yes.
2 players from each team need to win a match for their team to get the advantage. Right now it's 1-1 between the Death Riders and the Babyface team. For the women, there's only been 1 match.
Right.
Megan won her match.
Yes.
All over the place. But yeah, I think all this stuff from Wednesday with the women ended up working out. Again, stick the landing with this. Give the women time. Hopefully the match is good. And this pays off because it's been a rocky road getting there.
Definitely. I think what you said is the most important. They need time. They need to be on equal footing as the men. If it's anything less than Phil, it's going to be apparent. We're going to feel it. You know what I mean? So they have to really hammer it home. They have to give these women an opportunity to set this match up and really do it the same or better than the men.
Yep. Mox is in a tricky spot, isn't he? He's got to win his match.
Definitely.
He's got to win his match to give his team the advantage. And so if he loses here, that's part of the knock against him going into this match, especially if they lose.
And that's exactly what I think is going to happen. I think he's going to lose this match tonight against Roddy, and they're already going to be side-eyeing him like, you didn't give us the advantage, and if you don't, I think it's going to be an ultimatum that we're not going to hear about, of them being like, if you don't do it in this match, dog, we're going to have to make a change. Because the way Claudio and Pac still are looking at him, I don't like the way that they're looking at him.
I think it says a lot that Claudio decisively won his match. I don't, even if Mox wins his match, I don't think he's going to win it decisively.
Right.
I think he's going to win it with help.
Like, we had to help you out of this.
But yeah, I thought it was we're still kind of in this low period with wrestling at the moment. I know some people, because I think especially with WWE, like especially this time of year, it seems like they're in their low period right before WrestleMania season, where it just feels like it's hard to get interested in anything they're doing. Nothing feels like entirely consequential. AEW, I think that the shows have been better, but it's just tough getting people to talk about the shows and not talk about all of this stuff around it. like, oh, what are the ratings, or like what are the ticket sales, or they have another belt, and like all this other stuff. And it's like the shows itself have actually been good. I do think sometimes the creative has been a low period as well, because this is, you know, football season for AEW gets kind of shaky. But I think for the most part, the stuff we got in the last few weeks has been good. I thought the way that they've been handling Hangman's title reign has been good. I think he still feels like the main character of the show. The segment he did last week and the way that they handled the stuff this week with the ops was good. Your boy setting up a big match coming into Wednesday with Hangman. I thought that he came out of Wednesday looking like a beast with that big table spot off of the stage. Great opportunity for him. Joe still looks like Joe. Joe getting mad at Hook was hilarious. He's like, yo, who are you to even be talking to me? Like, who are you even to be talking to me like that? Like, who does this kid think he is?
I love him looking at Hobbs and being like, he shouldn't even be talking to me. Like, I don't even know why we're right here right now. Really good bit. Joe angry though, because Joe had that energy the whole episode. He's like, I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of this shit. Like, y'all treat me like I'm somebody. Then when I start to do this shit, you guys think I'm going too far. Like, just let me see this full Hangman at the show. I'm gonna beat him down and win his world title. Great energy that he's been showing. This is why Samoa Joe as a heel is so great.
Yeah, no, he was great. Shibata basically being like, yeah, cool. I'm here to beat up people as well.
I like to fight.
I like to fight as well. The one of the best segments of the night was that FDR segment. God. on multiple levels, it was just a great segment. FDR coming out there and talking trash and acting like, yeah, we're here to shake it up and get ready for this match. Oh, where are they? They can't come out here? And they're locked in a room. Stokely is looking at stuff on his phone, and Renee's like, oh, yeah, they're in there. You want to watch The Wire? It's on HBO Max now.
Yeah, Stokely smiling while going through his phone while watching the door. Hilarious, great bits, and people wondering how is he the one to stop the door, and then it turning to a horror movie with Brody King punching through the door and choking Stokely out. Amazing,
bro. His Stokely's reaction when Brody's fist comes flying through that wall, and like his hat comes flying all off, and he's like sliding down the wall. Hilarious, bro.
The way the fact that Brody punched his hat off just killed. That's the part I kept rewinding. I'm like, no, he punched his hat off before he even got to him.
Hilarious, bro. People have done edits on it so far. People that did the fucking don't. We'll be right back. And of course, somebody added Brody's theme music on to one of them too. That hit hard. That was hilarious, man. The stuff between FTR and Bandito's Abuela sitting front row, also great. You could tell the whole time she was just like person that's like, I guess I'm supposed to stand here and do this, right? Is this right? And it's like, yeah, I slap him now. Yes.
Like waiting for her moment. And it looked like she was having such a good time though. Like she's like, first of all, how did I get here? I'm just here to watch my grandson kill it at this fight. Now I'm involved in an angle. Okay, I'm in.
Yeah, good. That segment was one of the highlights of the show for me.
Really good segment. Yeah.
FDR, man, I just continue to say FDR is just better as heels, man. They're fantastic.
They're just something about, because people want to boo them. They're naturally heels. Like, again, if you're better than everybody and you whack like it and you work like it, like people are gonna want to boo you, and that's what it is with them.
Yeah, nah, they worked really well with Stokely as well. I wasn't sure at first, but I think that they've got something with this.
Yeah, at first I didn't know. I was like, I was like, Stokely, does he work with FTR? Does this bit work? But it's perfect. They've been a great addition to each other.
Yeah. I don't think we have that many more Humper chats left.
We got a few super chats. I'll get into those while you get the last of the Humper chats. Uncle Donk says gambling on wrestling is so sus. Creative making money. Yeah, the wrestling gambling thing, Phil. I'm still like, because you could just change it it's so like you could wrestling story could be changed within seconds. Like you could get to the end of the match and they're like, oh, actually something went wrong, change this. Like it's just way different than all the other sports.
Yeah, I don't know. So a lot of fishy stuff going on around this. Yeah, a lot of fishy stuff, but there's always going to be fishy stuff going on around gambling. Right. Just what it is. I mean, the mob involvement around gambling in Vegas and all of these things has always been a thing. And I mean, there is a history of mob involvement around
in Japan too. Like it's it's deep, you guys.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be some level of crime around gambling. It's just unavoidable.
But we love it. I appreciate that, Uncle Dunk. Ben Sifner says leading scorer in the NHL is Connor Bedard. Shout.
Okay.
Shout to Connor. And shout to Ben. I appreciate that, Ben. And then Joshua DCT says, these motherfuckers spitting. Though the call-up of Lash was weak sauce, should have done it on Raw. SmackDown made it seem like nobody cares. Stop SmackDown call-ups.
Yeah. I think the only good thing about it is it seems like she and Nia already had like plans or something, because they at least had chemistry together when they did their segment. Like they did their like snap together when they walked off. So I think at the very least, like, you know, this could work out. But they have put a lot of people with Nia, man. When you think of the list, it's longer than people realize. Like they put a lot of people with Nia.
I mean, it seems, because on the surface, it's a good bit. Like it's something that worked. Nia has that personality that, like, if you have a little homie sidekick that's with you, it's gonna work. But it's been so many that people might be like, another one, you know?
Another one.
Appreciate that, Josh. That's all of our super chats. I appreciate all you guys with the super chats today.
Yeah, appreciate you. From Tony P, he says, after the show, I love the concept of the advantage matches for Blood and Guts. Plus, Babes of Wrath winning was a good call. I also like the main was not only used for the world title story, but with Hook / Eddie's story. Yeah, great.
Yeah, good to see Eddie back on in the main storyline.
Yep. Tony also says, as for Petty of the Week, Zoran was close for playing New York when he was coming out for his victory speech. If you know, you know. But it had to be Mercedes for being Logic. She saw them brawling and said no. And like Red's dad, no. After seeing Debo knock Red out. Yeah, no, that was hilarious. Her running down there as the brawl is happening with all the women in the ring, and she's just like, "Oh, never mind." And then Statlander comes out like, "No, you're in this too."
I like that because that's what Mercedes' character to do. She'd be like, "But no, I don't have the advantage, so why am I gonna go in there? I'll just wait till next week." And Stat being like, "You're not waiting till next week." I like Stat kind of being that every time you turn your back and think you're gonna be somewhere, I'm right there on your ass.
Yes. More from Tony P. He says, wrestling in Japan was popping this week with Megan back in Stardom, FWC cosplaying as Luchador, in gold, Kazoo getting that pop this morning, and Inamaru winning the GHC belt. Sorry, Inamaru, not Marufuji. Other than that, don't make bad choices like Travis Scott, and have a good weekend. Yeah, probably don't want to poke that bear.
I would not do it, but I mean, why not? You got to create some kind of clout out here.
Yeah, I don't know. That's all of our Humper chats from Tony. Appreciate you as always, Tony. We got two from Leron 40 says somebody needs to tell Tony Khan to that clip of somebody needs to send, I guess, that clip of Willow and Pro Wrestling Eve where that crowd is serenading her. She is an absolute star, and Harley getting a title shot versus Athena in 2 weeks on Honor Club. Yeah, nah, man. Willow. Yeah. Pro Wrestling Eve, I haven't seen the show that she was on, but they have also announced Wrestle Kingdom is coming up in March.
Yep.
good for them. Pro Wrestling Eve has been at it for a while. They have been like a staple in women's wrestling. So shout out to them. Shout out to Will Ospreay. I think he's involved in some way with Pro Wrestling Eve now because the poster says Will Ospreay presents Wrestle Kingdom. So shout out them.
Smart thing getting a guy like him involved when he can't work full time wrestling, have him still be helping in wrestling.
Yep. Leron also says, I need to see more of Athena and Mercedes as a tag team. They have terrific chemistry together. What happened to Ty J? They sort of disappeared from TV after being a part of the build to Blood and Guts. I'm assuming we're getting something from them tonight.
Yeah, I would think so. I don't think they're going to totally be disappeared. And I think that while maybe not us, the inaugural AEW Women's Tag Team Champions, they're going to be in the mix with these Tag Team Championships as time goes on.
So you think Megan and Marina are still winning?
No. I think
they're at least going to win their first round match.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to win the whole thing, though. I think if it was, like you were saying, if it was still Penelope, I'd have more stock in them winning, but I don't think they want to make Marina one half of the champions, with Megan at least. But I don't know. I really don't know at this point.
Yeah, still good to see Penelope coming out with Megan. I didn't expect her to still be present. But yeah, still very bittersweet. That is all of our Humper chats. Thank you, guys.
We have one more super chat from the homie Metal Death 316. Kind of funny how people used to call wrestling that fake stuff when people in combat and sports have always taken dives or gotten injured mid-game. Yeah, we're starting to hear and see stories of this being like a staple of sports and entertainment. So who knows how deep it is? Who knows how long it's been going on and where this is going to lead to? It's fucked up.
Yep. Yeah.
Appreciate that, Metal Death. Thank you for that super chat.
Yeah, that's why that power slap thing is just so like, I don't know, man. And apparently, they're taking care of people. They're paying for like hospital and everything after that, paying for medical bills. But yeah, because that's part of Zicky Dice's story is that they did pay for his medical bills and everything. But I don't know.
Only thing is like if it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have the medical bills. So I don't like what
Yeah. But yeah, that's all of our super chats. That's all of our Humper chats. Appreciate you guys as always pulling up for us on a Saturday. We'll be back next Saturday. Why do I feel like there's a show next Saturday? Am I missing something? Oh, it's the NXT show is here, but there's something else going on next Saturday that I'm forgetting. But yeah, appreciate you guys as always. This has been Grapsody. I'm Phil Lindsey. Righteous Reg. We're out of here.